Hi. Alright, where gamers are getting ready. We commence with another round of the Grimace Memorial SMZ3 Hard Keys Random Goal Tournament with random starting items. Andy is DMing me like crazy right now. He's answering a question from like 20 minutes ago. For transparency's sake, guys, I run a tight ship, alright? I'm just saying. But yeah, we got Kaede and Andy. Andy, of course, the two-time winner of the Mastercraft Plot Armor Play of the Game. Let's see if he can rack it up for a turkey here. And then we got Kaede. Both runners now 2-0 into the third week of Swiss. And it's going to be real interesting to see how this goes. I'll cut to audio in just a sec, so there's no, DMCA arenas with the SM starting music, which is crazy. But yeah, this tournament does have a starting item that is randomized, and we also have starting boots, which is kind of crazy. Praise total for being able to put that all in like really short notice. Really happy about it. Runners are really happy about it. So far, I guess like the runners have had a lot of fun with this, which quite frankly is surprising because a lot of these seeds have been just dire ass. It's not dire in terms of like it's dire straits. It's more diarrhea kind of thing. It's a lot of them have been pretty rough, but I feel like that's like 60 to 70% of them anyways. When you like introduce keys in SMZ3, it can get pretty tricky, but then when you have the random goals, you're like, oh yeah, I got like 2 crystals and 1 SM boss token to beat the seed. And then you're looking for like criteria boss key for like 4 hours, and you're like, wow, this really sucks. This really sucks. Oh damn, I missed Andy getting his second plot armor. More VODs to watch. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know when he's putting the second one on YouTube, but I feel like that is the instant classic. I haven't seen plot armor since like censored underscore 69. And I had that race, but that wasn't really plot armor, but it was kind of like similar vibes. But I'm not insinuating anything. It's just more for the hilarity of it. Truth of the matter, Andy was actually in a meeting, and that's like part of the reason why he was doing that. I was kind of like wondering like why he was like struggling so much when he was doing it, but I'm gonna avoid the spoilers for you guys all to catch that out when it hits YouTube. So crazy though. All right, so Kade's ready. Andy's just holding it up now. He'll probably be ready in a second. I'm gonna have a sip of my beer, guys. We'll have audio eventually. Trust me. There we go. Andy's readying up. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Runners need to start. There we go. How do I stop again? What is it? It's 5, right? Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right, starting item, spring ball. Let's go, guys. Easy. Easy starting item. The best of starting items, one would say. I would be remiss if I heard a better starting item than spring ball. It is a tier higher than bugnet. It is a tier below everything else. TBQH. Honestly, memeing aside, it has a lot of weight in hard mode. There is a lot of movement possibilities with spring ball. You basically have the ability to do a lot of like area jumps with it, with the double spring ball jump. Sorry, that's a little step above a lot of the skill set, but you spring ball jump, midair, and basically extend your jump height. It's like readily viable if not required in some suitless Meridia situations. And it's actually one of my favorite items in SM, so it's kind of cool to see that early. Guys, also let me know if Andy's audio is good, because again, I'm just trying it out with the a little bit lower audio this time around. I don't know if he has his mic on or not. I don't hear it. He might be hot mic'd off, actually. If that's the case, I might turn him up just a smidge. Got him to like 85, 87. We'll keep him there for now. But yeah, starting boots, spring ball, nothing too crazy. Both runners starting with gonna be lumberjacks first. We're gonna see supers. Andy audio very quiet. Let's just turn that bad boy right up. That should be much better now. I guess I should track too. I'm more worried about doing things a little slow so I don't like crash. If that sounds good. Yeah. Wrong boots. Andy's got money. Okay. Yeah, that. And where's my spring ball at? There we go. There we go. Sounds good now? Awesome. Alright, good to know, like, 104 is kind of the sweet spot for no mic. If there is a mic on, I like to have it a little bit quieter. Just so we don't have, like, each other competing, right? Or even, like, if Kaede had mic on, it'd be, like, competing audios. Which are no bueno. No one likes that. $20 too good for Andy? Yeah, I mean, he has 430 bucks right now, plus tier 1 tree pulls for red rupees. I think he's okay. What was the weird pyramid item they got in Bomb Caves? That's X-Ray in Super Metroid. Functionally useless for the most part, but it's really great to have when they have Charge Beam and Plasma. They can actually, what's known as like microwave a couple of bosses, where they're able to use a trick where they just kind of repeatedly spam X-Ray and basically kill the bosses really quick. Kaede did get farm a bomb here. Andy is going to go ahead and buy some. We have Norfair boss already. We have Charge Beam actually. Speak of the devil, we have Small Key to Hera and Power Bombs. All right. So that was that. That was the LN boss, or the Norfair boss. This one, and it was what was the last item? God, it was Charge. It was Charge. There we go. Just want to make sure that's on the right tracking string. It is perfect. And getting supers here with Kaede and the bottle runner, and they're basically going to just switch places now. Okay, there's a boss for Brinstar as well. Okay. Okay, Kaede doesn't have the bombs yet. That's why we haven't seen well yet. Gotcha, gotcha. I thought that was too quick. I'm like, that's really quick for North. And just an E-Tank? Good. E-Tanks are important in hard mode, guys. So a lot of the logic drives around 4 to 6 E-Tanks in the logic for, like, say, hell runs. So very important to find. Not so important in normal mode, but in hard mode, incredibly important. So, like, if you see those in, like, race game, you would definitely spend the time to get them. And he's going to get all his goods here. Warfare boss. The Charge Beam. The Hera Small. Is Brinstar boss Kaede, or is the Kaede area on its own keys? So that's a good question. So yeah, the Kaede area is on its own keys. Brinstar boss is kind of a unique one because it opens up a couple different doors. So it opens up past that kind of like hidden wall item in the warehouse, in Kaede's warehouse. It'll open up the way to the boss. But it also opens up the way to Spore Spawn through Vanilla. So you actually would have to kill Spore Spawn going through that route, but that is available to the runners now. Which is kind of gross. Which is kind of gross. There are scenarios where they could, don't quote me if I'm wrong, get Morph Ball there. I know I've gotten some really bad stuff there before, as we see a sword in library. But like... Spore Spawn going with the Bryn boss is just never really a great time. Alright, as I said, I can't quite see what Andy got, but it was just a red rupee. We're good. We're out of here. We out. Glove in Link's house. Keck W Lamau. I don't think that would have affected routing, as Kaede almost dashed past it as well. He sees the glove. I thought he reset for a second, but he's going to go to Sank back 3. I think that's the right call here. And he is going to push to South Shore. I think you just don't want to do it right away if you're already here, because you don't want to burn the S&Q. But I kind of like the back 3 play with that glove. Alright, so we're going to see back through on Kaede's side. We're going to see Andy get through Dam here. So we see Mushroom, Missiles, and Ice Beam. Alright. Ice Beam, again, another potentially important item in hard mode. Andy's going to find a small key here in the Flooded Dam. It's Ganon's Tower. Always nice to get in random goals. You don't know what you're going to get, right? So you never know if you're going to be able to get in there early. You always kind of want as many GT keys as possible. Question, do we know how Grimace died? Diabetes? Kaede picking up that small key for GT. Annie is going to head to South Shore now. Kaede is heading over there as well. He died for our sins. He sure did. Do you have to kill both M bosses to complete this or just one? Yeah, you do have to complete both bosses. So that's Mother Brain and Ganon. But what the runners don't know yet is what they need to do to get there. So that's why those question marks are in the bottom left of the screen. We don't know. And he's going to get a wreck ship boss key here. We don't know yet. And neither too. Okay. We don't know yet what the goal is going to be. So we don't know how many SM bosses they need, and we don't know how many crystals they need right now. We won't know that information for actually quite a while, which is kind of part of the intrigue with this. I guess in just like regular Link to the Past randomizer with Mystery, you would like know the goal pretty much within 20-ish minutes. In this, you have like no clue for probably the first hour at least. Depending, right? Like if you get Dark World access, yeah, sure, you could probably get into Pyramid a little bit early, but that's probably about it. SM, good luck finding that Criteria boss key early, honestly. Getting another E-Tank here in Ice Rock Cave. Okay. So that's, I believe, 2 or 3 now. They are picking up boss keys pretty quick here. Annie is going for the Jesus Dash. I think Kaede may follow suit, going back south. Yep. So Annie's going straight to the waterfall, which is smart. We don't have flippers or pearls, so that's the one you kind of want to do first. We see a 2 Criteria. Oh, that's huge! Oh, okay, that's a really strong break there. We get Bryn Star 2, which effectively unlocks pretty much all Bryn once they have the appropriate equipment. So that's a huge key to get early, especially through a break. So like, you know, it's locked behind flippers, but at this point you really don't care. You have it. It's gonna make the game faster for you now. We're gonna see power bombs on Zora Ledge. Kaede is going to Zora. Let's see if Andy does as well. Andy is electing to go to Hobo first. Oh, that's a big draw actually at Hobo for a change. We get a cape here also at Zora. Wow. All right, and Andy is gonna go and clean up Zora area as well. That speed booster is huge though at this point. So Kaede elected not to go to Hobo. Instead is gonna press onto Castle now. And Andy is gonna get his cape. Okay. That's a pretty huge break. I wonder if flippers are early here. Just because speed booster, like that's pretty early-ish in the game. It could mean like Morphless Bryn with that Bryn 2 key card as well. So we might see them, but we only really have Escape and Eastern in Sash area left. So we're kind of running out of draws here. We do have Morph Pet as well in Logic for 1 item. But again, we have quite a bit of way to go here. We got like another like 8-10 minutes this late world. All right, Andy picking up his cape. Kaede is going to go ahead and check out Castle Tower 1, the first chest, with that cape. Pretty strong play. It is going to take a little bit to get through the ball and chain, though, with just Fighter Sword, but honestly, probably do the same. Andy is going to go ahead and do back 3. Just some cleanup at this point. I believe this is where the mushroom was, so I'll track that for Andy here. Did Kaede use Ether on the ball and chain? It's clever. I think he did, actually. The frozen stun pack is like magic as well. That's pretty sick. I wondered if they could freeze, actually. So I think Ice Rod doesn't work. Oh, sexy item. So the cape is there. So Zora in logic with that glove leads to the hook shot. Interesting start to the seed. I expect a pairing now at this point to happen. I expect a Flu or a Lamp leading to Death Mountain. Maybe Morph leading to Death Mountain. Who knows? Yeah, Kaede is going to go ahead and clean up really the rest of Castle here. The good thing about that early glove, you don't really have to worry about positioning on the back if you want to break it or anything like that. You can just kind of go right to Zelda Cell, and then option to Death Warp if you want to, and handle the Dark Cross. Just missiles in the first chest. Oh, you got the Ice Beam too. Good call. Good call. Chat's keeping me honest. Okay, so Kade's gonna give us a sneak peek at the second chest here. Just red rupees. And then now we're going to see that basement check at Zelda Cell. So that's the last item in logic here. We don't have a lamp yet. Where was the hookshot? Hookshot was in... It was the Castle Tower's first item. We are going to see a bomb capacity upgrade. Kade's electing to do a bomb death warp here. Smart. I always like seeing runners do that, actually, is they just prep the bomb on the chest open. The bomb fuse actually continues to burn as you're going through that fanfare picking up the items. So, like, if you time it properly, like, by the time you can move again, like, the bomb's gonna explode and you can just die. And just get a bit of a faster death warp than waiting for the green guard or going to him. But yeah, Kaede is gonna elect to go through Dark Cross. I don't think Andy's gonna skip this one either. If I were a betting man. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead for the death warp here. Again, just gonna take a little bit longer in Kaede, not setting it up cleanly, but that's okay. Hookshot's really nice here, by the way, with these Ropas. The Ropas can just be a nightmare in that room. I've died enough times there, like swordless and weaponless, to know. Kade's locating, and we got the heart piece for a heart container. Okay. All right, so Sash Eastern is the last logical play outside of Morph Ped right now. So I imagine Kaede is going to pressure into that. Kaede is not going to. Kaede looks like... Oh, yeah, that's right. He hasn't done Gina yet. So. Probably the Gina play. Yep. Okay. I wonder if it's like Kade's Spidey sense going off right now. He's like, something's wrong with this start. And plus, like, with SMZ3 keys, there's just so many items potentially you need to beat the seed. I feel like I've seen the runners do a lot more. That is a sick spin speed strat or item speed strat I've never really seen before. I'm gonna steal that moving on forward. That was really clever, actually. I know I saw Andy do one last stream. I think it was with Thieves Town's entrance. And now I've seen this one. So I feel like every stream I like learn something from these guys, which is great. I just become even more powerful afterwards, right? Like, I'm kind of like the Majin Buu of the randomizer community. I just watch streamers race, and then I learn their tech, right? And then I feed off it, and I just get like bulkier and bulkier. All Alright, Kate's gonna go ahead and cash in the mushroom now. This is another item we've kind of had sitting for a bit. And more item speed runs into the blue card there. Unfortunate. Andy will be picking up his hook shot here shortly. Alright, sick. Let's see, the mushroom leads to maybe the piece of the puzzle we're missing here. Piece of the puzzle we're missing here. Interesting early Titans. Interesting early Titans. Alright. Titans doesn't do anything for us now, but it's kind of leaning now towards a early Dark World start. Just having those 2 of the 3 pieces for Dark World, so I'm rather interested to see what happens here. We are going to see King's Tomb. Andy's going to go ahead and break Mountain here. So this isn't ideal for Andy. This is not ideal for Andy. So what could happen here is he may be trying to save Mushroom for a bit in terms of priority to see if he can utilize the Red Cane tech to scum it. But I would probably want Myths on this Ascent climb. Just in case you, like, do run into a Pearl up here, like, you just want that. Or even a Mirror. But Kade's going to do the same thing here. Go up to the mountain. And he's going to find the GT Big Key real early in the seed. Excuse me for my Stella Artois beer hiccup. It's been a while, guys. I haven't had a crisp, cool beer casting in a long time. So it feels good, let me tell you. So tasty. Yum, yum, yum. All right. See a map here. Andy is going to try and hover for it. I was going to say, I'm like, you might as well. If you fall, then you just S&Q. It's fine. Is going to get the intel. It's for Brinstar. Okay, so that's good because he has the boss key for it. So that's kind of nifty intel to snag here, but it's not really super important at this point. You probably prefer like LN or Meridia. Those are like the 2 big ones you'd want to know about. But that's what it. Kade's gonna say no to the map info. So you have 2 plays here. Both runners are gonna chase EDM on the east side of Death Mountain. You do have that other play to go into high jump area through SM through that door and check out the high jump missiles, the first item through the door. You don't really need anything for that. But both runners are saying, nope, give me the density. I want it. Okay, you guys are in charge. TR small key. Okay. These guys have been like pretty much on top of each other the entire seed as well. A couple of trading places things, but other than that, they've been keeping up with each other. It's just good to see. Map for Palace of Darkness. It's a good map to find. We got our early bow here. And an early bottle. Okay. Bottle bigger than the bow at this point, just because the bottle gives you a check. Bow is not currently. It is very handy to have. There is only 1 bow in SMZ3's item pool. Contrary to ALTTPR's 2 progressive bows. So whenever you find that bow, you're kind of relieved. You're like, oh, thank God. See a heart piece on Lonely Island. Nothing really going on there. No silvers? No, there's still silvers, but they're like, if you remember how ALTTPR used to have like the seeds normally gen on default, it had bow and silver separate. That's how this operates. So the bows weren't progressive once upon a time, and then they changed it. So SMZ3's kind of stayed with the non-progressive bows. I feel like it's kind of nice that you have it, honestly, like this. It feels so weird having progressive bows in SMZ3 at this point, honestly. Alright, Kaede is going to go ahead into Dark World here and do some Super Bunny shenanigans. This is 100% for intel and hoping that GT is like a 0 crystal, I'm assuming. But this will be a little bit of a time consume here. Andy is going to go to Sash, so we are going to see what the green pendant is. It's gonna be pod. Okay, so the one map we got, it's not really required anymore. Sick. We'll see an E-tank, we're seeing a missile, and we're gonna see another E-tank. Alright. So Kaede is in Super Bunny state now because they dropped through a pit. So now they're gonna be able to open up the 2 chests here, which is great. Where were Mitts? Mitts were in the mushroom turn-in at the old witch. Oh, okay, got hit. I think. No, it's still fine. Okay, I was wondering if that deactivated or did something. I can't remember that deactivated the Super Bunny, but it does not, luckily. Because you are still falling, which is good. Annie is doing the second last logical play here, though, and is in Eastern, outside of that mushroom, of course. We see Screw Attack, which is actually in logic. Okay. Cool. Cool. Kade's gonna go ahead and go to G tower here. So you want to take a flame hit here? It's only gonna be 2 hearts. You do not want to take a body hit. Actually, I was able to dodge it there. That's kind of nifty. Tiara's bombos. Okay. GT is 5 crystals. So that's like the earliest I think I've seen GT requirement. Which is kind of neat. All right, guys. I'm gonna open this up. Hopefully, it doesn't crash my computer. Stand by. It did not. Let's go. Gain entry is 5. Let's export that. Export as that. Yes. Don't crash. Don't crash. Thank you. Sweet Jesus. Where's my OBS? It's always over. It's over here. Sick. Mode. Goals. Browse. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. You the MVP, OBS. Kade's gonna get speed. This is sick. All right, nice. Good thorough play here from Kaede to kind of sniff that out. Nothing really in Eastern, guys? Question mark. I completely missed that whole like portion. Honestly. I was so worried about the thing like just doing a slow and not crashing. You get more power bombs. Okay, Kade's gonna go to Eastern as well. So Kaede will get their screw attack. Yeah, so screw attack to SM is actually logic, but like having that all those keys and speed is pretty nice as well. That leads me to believe that speed's supposed to be a little bit later. Maybe flippers aren't as early. Pretty gross location for it, honestly, though. Really gross in terms of like how the sea kind of routes. Not ideal. Is Andy gonna go up or down first? I always like going down first. I don't know what that was that Andy was just doing. I don't know if it was his mating dance. I don't know if it was kind of his celebration to say, yay, I'm in SM now, yay. But he's through it now, which is good. Just a heart container here at the old Mother Brain. Kaede is heading into Eastern now. And just pre-mark the screw attack. I think that was the only good thing here. Think he was trying to moonfall? Nah, he was like... He was just, you know, checking his like calorie intake levels and protein levels and everything like that before you need to crunch a set, you know what I mean? Nothing on Morphhead either, so that's pretty much it. That's all Andy can do here. I would instantly reset. He's going back up the elevator. Interesting. Quick macro check. God. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he's not electing to reset here and just go back up, but that's okay. He can't check the climb item. He doesn't have morph. So it's literally just back up so he can go to Bryn now, basically. Because he can't get to Bryn with retro without morph. And there's no other items he can get at this point. I learned that they have a Fruity Pebble flavored whey protein. Where have I heard that from before? Was it whey protein or was it something else that's fruity pebble flavored? That was really gross sounding. E-Tank here at Terminator. Okay, so we need to think in terms that Screw Attack is the only item they have for logic. So right now, what these runners have is Terminator. It's not even anything in reserve. Nothing is available. It's just the 2 items in Pink Bryn. And hilarious enough, I don't think either runners have done this yet. They haven't checked high jump. Mind you, it's not in logic, but just interesting to note that neither of them have checked it. Sick Kid's available, but it's not in logic yet. Bottle was EDM. We don't have logical EDM access yet. So this is technically out of logic as well. The Pearl is here. So Flippers essentially is locking Pearl. This will be hilariously gross if we find Flippers in like Pink Bryn. Hilariously gross. Alright, Kaede looks like they're gonna go check in that bottle for us here. Alright. I think I would want to do this too, ahead of SM, honestly. Because you never know, right? Like, if this ends up leading to Morph, this is gonna be huge. It would probably be the most hilarious scenario, honestly. It's not. It's just a blue rupee that was infected with some kind of virus, and now Kaede Spread is dead. The end. We see Flippers. All right, so Flippers were early this seed. All right. And he still does not have those Titans, by the way. So interesting to note here that he does have the Flippers now. So now that puts speed in logic. So he's like, okay, I got Pearl and speed and all that. That's cool. Flips. But I don't have anything else. So now he's like, huh? So Andy does have one more option here in logic. And I wouldn't do it if I were him. Yeah, he's not going to do it. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. There's no way he's going for this, right? Bro, you haven't saved. He's gonna... Oh, my God. All right, guys. Chat. I'm prepping the plot armor play of the day trophy. He did save? Okay. Now, you excited me too much. All right. If he did save, then yeah, he's fine. This unfortunately disqualifies him from the term plot armor. Because he can just reset this and come back for flips. Yeah, not saving, I'm like, he's a madman. He's crazy. Lock him up. With saving, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? This is probably the smart play. Yeah, that's fine. He saved before, so he gets like a quick look here. Okay, so Kaede, unfortunately, went for the blue mail here and didn't quick drop and is now stuck in gamer jail for the next 68 years. Didn't save also, a little unfortunate. We'll lose some time here. And before you ask why 68 and not 69, chat, we're grown adults here. It's oh! I don't think I've ever seen someone do that before. That's just incredible. Oh my God, hold on. Hold on, guys, we got a horn for this. Oh my God, that was the clown play of the day. Brought to you by Lenscrafter, you know? Oh God, man. I've always wondered if anyone's ever done it. I've never seen it. So it's kind of hilarious to see. Like, I knew you can get out that way, but... Yeah, so this is a really long commitment now. So Andy's sweating right now. He's like, God damn. He was almost dead too, right? He's not getting doubles on supers. He's going for like a dual missile super strat. That's just not really working. I've never seen that either. We see a single missile super there. Finish it off, which is great. KK was checking out Retro Bryn, nothing there, so now he's gonna go to the pink Bryn area as well. Andy, show us what's behind door number 1. See you later. It's so bad to get that key early, guys. Let me just emphasize that. It's really bad to get that key early. You don't necessarily want that key early unless you have Morph. Like, having Bryn 2 key and having the boss key without Morph is so sad. Because you could have, if you were just patient, you could have, like, done it later. So I wonder if Kaede's gonna do the same thing, or is just gonna wait. Also, just gotta highlight, I really like Kaede's kit here. Really like that suit design. Alright, we got flippers. Back on Andy's side. Pog. He's out of here. Kate's gonna pick up his Moon Pro. Alright, gotcha. Okay, if you had a suit of Santa's armor, what color would you have it? Like the two-tone or just like a solid color? Two-tone for sure. Let's go with teal and purple all day long. We'll go with... which would be the legs and arms, and what would be the suit? Oh, that's a tough one. I think purple for the chassis, and then like the extremities would be teal. That's a tough one though. It's too hard. It's two colors that work together, but it's hard to flesh out to that design. I feel like that would be a good fit. I think white's kind of cheating. White's like really easy to fit in. It's just kind of clean and sleek. Like you could pick a color and add white to it and then it would look good, I think. Almost all circumstances. But like being brave to pick like two, you know, strong colors like that says a lot about someone, you know what I mean? And he's gonna get his mitts here now, so he's gonna have Dark World access. So this is the logical Dark World access here. As Kaede is making his way back with his flippers, has that logical Dark World access as well. Kaede did not go for Sports Bond. Again, I think that's the right call here. I feel like Andy was trying to get his turkey, to be honest. I feel like he's trying to get that third plot armor. But it's, you know what? It's just not happening, Chief. Not yet. Andy immediately going direct to Kingstoon, figuring out how early those mitts kind of were in perspective. Smart move. It's good defensive. Kaede, we should probably see both runners assessing to either direct to Death Mountain or Sank here. Andy may go Death Mountain, as he is. The reason why Andy's going Death Mountain is he didn't do any Super Bunny stuff to Link to the Past. And Kaede's gonna go here too, actually, which is interesting. Just because Kaede has already done the Super Bunny stuff. I feel like that's really defensive. Like, I don't think there's a wrong call here. It's just, it surprises me that you do that. Yeah, Andy's gonna get his stuff here in Super Bunny. There wasn't really too much there. You can see that Tier's Bombos. He's gonna see the signpost information for Ganon's Tower. And then Hookshot Cave is the unknown right now. I guess with like what their gear is, and they don't really have too many keys, I can see the allure to want to come here anyways. Because the more time you put off on making a decision on Pod or Thieves' Skull, the better chances you'll have at finding like keys or say a Fire Rod for those dungeons. Yeah, we're gonna see both runners climb here. Kaede has already gotten the items, so doesn't have to kind of climb. It's really crazy. They both bombed. God, I was gonna say, it's crazy how they're kind of like almost mirroring each other's movements and are right on top of each other, almost all seed. And then you just see the double bonk. All right, missiles here in Hookshot Cave. Big key to Swamp Palace. Okay, that's a nasty one to get out of the way. We get powder here as well. And a heart piece. All right, so nothing really too crazy. Could be relevant, but we're not sure yet. We're going to East Death Mountain. There's really nowhere other play available. Andy is going to scout out information here. And is going to just take the immediate L. And he's probably screaming at himself right now. I pressed Y, dude! But he didn't hit it in time. The reality of it, guys, is that Cape is kind of garbage in terms of this game. It has significant lag to use sometimes, and that's pretty much what we saw Andy go through. So yeah, Andy's just not going to know what GT is. He's going to be completely in the dark. Dare I say he'll be a dog chasing his tail. Smilers. Kaede is going to go into Skullwoods. Andy's going to cash in this bottle here. Gaining his $5. The recycling rebate. Alright, so we're gonna see back of skull first here from Kaede. Guys, anyone in chat know? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's Kaede Rukawa, right? Rukawa? Rukawa. That sounds better. What did I say before? It was almost like Agua. What did I say? Rukawa? Rukawa, that has to be right. Kaede Rukawa has to be. Yeah, Kawa. Yeah. I was like, that sounds so wrong. How am I that bad? All right, Andy's gonna go mid here first. Nothing in back of skull in the mid portion, so we're gonna see our first check here. Just right side bombs with a nifty little pit warp here. Kade's gonna go direct to the pit on the left side. And they're just going to trade places. Andy's just going to go to the mid at this point. Okay, setting up key strats here. Just going for that top chest first. We do see a small key for pod. Okay. First one that we found. And supers. So that's it for skull. Nothing else here. We will get the default skull with small key here. Andy's getting bullied, like, massively right now. Not only gets grabbed before he gets the chest, but then gets mummied. Rip drywall? Okay, here's something you need to know about my boy, Andy Lasso, right? He said this on stream before, and I've known him long enough that I know this is true. He doesn't really get mad. Like, when I say mad, he doesn't get, like, mad at video games in that sense. We see a big key here. Yeah, I was gonna say, you have the cape. Kaede is gonna go for it. He'll just like, alright, I just need to stop playing the game. That being said, we don't see what he's doing right now, and drywall may or may not have been destroyed, but I'm going to say it's a healthy assumption that that is incorrect. Fake news. You know, as one president that had just great representation once said. Criteria Bosky early, let's go! Huge. Wow, early Criteria Bosky, that's so sick. Since it looks Japanese, I would pronounce it Kaede. Kaede Rukawa. What? Big key. Eastern Palace. All right. And he's going to get his boss key card for Criteria boss here. Kaede. All right. Kaede. There we go. If there's an interview afterwards, guys, that's the #1 question we're going to ask. I need 6 of you to remind me. No more, no less. If I have over 6 people or under 6 people ask me, I'm not answering chat or asking the question. All right. That is your task for today, guys. Reminder, only 6. I've taken 0 years of Japanese, but still loving people saying Kaede. Okay, listen. All right. I don't know, guys. All right. That's why I asked. Red Cane here. I feel like I'm now like gun shy to say the name. You guys have made me insecure. Kaede. There we go. I'm gonna like write it down. Where is a pen? Hold on. I'm gonna put it on my whiteboard. Give me a sec. Kaede. All right. Chat, I got it. What happened? Andes and Thieves. Why does Solski hate Asian people? You got me, bro. I can't believe I've been found out after all this time. Pod second key found for Kaede. Small key, Piles of Darkness. There's so many pod keys now. There's 1 key card. Nor for 1. All right. And our other runner, did they just find plasma? Seriously though? I was like on the whiteboard. I missed some stream. You guys made me miss some of the stream. They have the flute? Perfect. And he's death warping. It is about the 17th time he's died during this match. No big deal. I do have an honest question. Why did Kaede's Blue Pea become infected? It's either something to do with like being the first check or hitting like select early. I forget which one does it for that. It's one or the other. I just don't remember which. God, you guys are so mean about my pronunciation of the name. Oh, that's so shit. Oh, that's so shit. All right, we got a Smith mirror. Nobody likes those. Those are literally one of the worst items to find. So now we'll see if Andy goes for Smiths. I think he does here. Honestly, it's a pretty free grab. Especially with flute being found here in C shape. So I can see why, 100% why Kaede did that. Kaede. There we go. Now I'm getting it, guys. See, now my brain's thinking. I swear, though, guys, if you bullied me any harder, I was going to start saying Andy's name is like, any day. And then you guys would have been like, Solski, we're done. All right, we're just, we're over. All right. See you later, pal. In a day. Yeah. Ande. Red Cane for Andy. Small key for Cannon's Tower. It's 3 now. I bet he hates Europeans too. I'll give him $50 if he pronounces my actual name the right way. I bet you that's like made up. Hold on. We Google this first for safety. Chat, if I crash, just let you know that I'm banning this guy immediately when I get back to my PC running again. Okay, it did not crash. Hold on. Let me pronounce it.
Pyyhkäisyelektronimikroskooppi.
You owe me $50. Pay up. No? Okay, then enjoy this 50-hour timeout. We'll catch you in the next couple of streams. What? It was in 50 seconds. Math. 50 hours times 60. 6 times 5. 300. Is it 30,000? That's the wrong way. I divided. Why did I divide? I'm losing track of the race. What's happening? And he's going to pyramid. It's 180 seconds. There we go. Bye. What was the chat? I missed it. Chat, I have one golden rule here. As we see 2 crystals to defeat Ganon. Don't make bets your ass can't cash. If you tell me pronounce something, and I use, you know, an internet thing to pronounce it for me, guess what? You never specified I couldn't do that. You do the crime, you gotta do the time, chat. Alright, Kaede is gonna check checkerboard. This is our first look, just to reserve. Andy is almost dead once again. But you weren't pronouncing it? The internet was? I pronounced it through my click and Google, alright? I did that, alright? I made this. Andy's getting bombos here, Quickfish. And we are going to see a quick little Scoutaroonie at Screw Attack. I don't think we're going to see anything past that. We only have like 25 supers here. Missile? If you pay a person $5 to pronounce a word, that is effectively you pronouncing the word. Okay, so if you pay a graphic designer to make something from you and they pull assets from other like resource wells and use that to put together what you're asking for, then they don't get paid. Check and make. Woke Morless. All right. Turtle Rock Big Key on the torch here from Gate. I'm going to get control back on this match. This has gone off the rails. I need to step in and be authoritative. Mirror for Andy. To see the compass or the map chest here, sorry, from Desert. And Andy is going to elect to check out Mire area. Kaede is going to go into Mire now. All right. E-Tank, arrows. Probably already saw that. I'm more focused on the Mire play. This is a strong early play, honestly. Strong early play. How do we even donate? I don't have like a donate page. I just do stuff through like Twitch. So like just subs, gifts, bits, whatever. That's just how I roll. I'm very low rent when it comes to that stuff, I guess. Nice frame roll there from Kaede. All right. Hold on, I missed the message. What was that, about 100 bits? Hold on. I smell money. I need to chase it. Okay, Solski, I'll give you 100 bits if you tell me what I should have for lunch. Small key Ice Palace. All right. I'm leaning towards McDonald's. McDonald's is solid. Honestly, it has a good menu. Generally, you can find something that you're in the mood for. Like, they have, like, salads and stuff, too, right? I'm not saying it's the most healthy thing, but they have them. Darth Vacat, thanks for the 13 gift subs. Holy shit, my dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. Got a gift sub from Darth. Give him a big ol' thank you. Appreciate that. Hobby, thanks for the 100 bits. Hell yeah on the pick for McDonald's. Strong. Again, strong. Arby's is alright. Like, okay, Arby's is good, guys. This might be me talking, but I feel like Arby's is a little too much for lunch. I prefer Arby's for dinner. Just like, because I usually get like the beef and cheddar. And like, depending on what kind of beef and cheddar you get, that's like a meal, guys. That's a lot of roast beef. You know what I mean? Like, that's lots for you. Kids can go for the rail extension here. Nice. It's just, it's too much, man. It's too much for like the afternoon. McDonald's, like, you can get like smaller stuff, right? An anonymous gifter, thanks for the 5 gift subs. Appreciate that. Okay, so I don't think we found too much in Meyer, to be honest. But again, I haven't been closely watching. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up tracker. Did I miss anything? I think everything's here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it mirrors 1 for 1. There's obviously that one skull key, but I never marked that. Yeah, everything's matched. Okay. I had a meatloaf sandwich for lunch today. That actually sounds pretty good. I had some leftover tortilla. I forget how to pronounce it. It's that like French meat pie. It's really good. Like, I had pulled pork in there and everything. Oh my god, guys. I sacrificed my second slice so I can game with someone yesterday, but I had the leftovers today for lunch and it was delicious still. Zero key populate? No, they have like 3. I think I just haven't tracked him for Andy. There we go. 3. You guys kept distracting me, alright? I blame you guys. Andy has 4, actually. I'm going to Andy's tracker now because I'm sure I missed everything. It's 3 GT smalls. Everything else is tracked. Alright, cool. I think. Yes. Upper Norfair 1. Bog. Alright, yes. Now everything's tracked. Kate's side. Did Kate have that as well? Let me check Kate's. Thinking. Upper Norfair 1 as well. Alright, so we did. No, we got that. Alright. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine, guys. How do I... Hold on. It's Tortillere, right? I think it's spelt this way. I might have misspelt that. Tortillere. Yes, Tortillere. That's the one. Tortillere. Tier. God, if Nimban's in chat, he's gonna be so pissed at this. He's like, why you keeps calling it that? And he cleaning up Eastern here in the back. Only got that green ruby from the big chest. Kate? I almost said Kate again. Kaede! There we go. My brain will get it eventually, guys. Going for Pyramid. Probably going for Quakefish here as well. Eastern is done. Tortillere. You know, my boss is French. And she would probably kick my ass too. Tortillere. Tortillere. There we go. There's my best Montreal accent, you're gonna get it, right? Pod Smokey, that's what it was up there. I was wondering what that was. And he sounded like he got a crystal. Just based on the fanfare, let's go. Confirm crystal, let's go. That did sound like a Montreal. Well, again, like almost my entire family's from Montreal. I'm like the standout. Plasma for Andy. Shooter chest and pod. We got X-ray strats, guys. Andy probably letting out one of those old babies. You know the ones. Right. Kaede is going to focus in on pod as well. Don't blame either of them for this play. You have 4 small pod keys, so you have pretty much access to the back end logic. Lots of dark rooms at play and lots of items being locked by 6 keys. So they have some wiggle room here to find like that extra terrapin chest in the back with 4 keys. But other than that, they don't really have anything else to do with those 4 keys. I'm going to be real intrigued how they spend their keys here. Very, very intrigued. And he's going to go in for the rail hover. Je ne parle pas François. It's been a while. I know how to pronounce most words, like if I see them. But like, Tortier, I've never like seen before. You know what I mean? Like, small key to thieves. It's really hard to like put a word in front of me that I've never heard and try to pronounce it. You know what I mean? Even if I do have some background in French. I'm not saying it's a lot. But I do have some, right? Oh, this bunny's sweating. Look at that. Choo-choo. Montreal actually has native English speakers. The rest of the Quebec pretty much doesn't. That is 100% correct. 4 pod small keys leads to a shovel. I would check that immediately. Omelette du fromage. All right, that's like easy, guys. Everyone's heard that one. Ice rod for free here in the back. Locked behind a fire rod. And gravity is locked behind a fire rod, a lamp. And gravity is locked behind a lamp as well. Interesting seed so far. Andy is spending his keys, by the way. He does spend this key here in the back. He has 1 key left to spare, so he might auction to leave that for Helma. I feel at this point with 4, I probably, knowing it's green, I probably spend it here, but it's like runner's choice, right? Runner's choice. The way Andy can play this Kaede is gonna get his gravity and ice rod too. The way he can play this, chat, is he can get these 2 chests here, Death Warp, and then safe scum this key and check the vanilla big key chest. And if it's bad, he can just reset. A little bit of a time commitment for that because you have to go through SM. But, I mean, there's worse plays to be had right now, I think. Or you can just mirror. Yes. He's thinking about it. I mean, he's on 1 heart, you know, but he's not going to do it. All right. And he's going to mirror. He's going to flute away. So yeah, we only need 2 crystals to kill Ganon. We need 2 crystals. We only need 5 for GT entry. Andy is gonna go into Ice Palace. My dog, you're crazy. That shovel gets checked immediately, right? What was that even? What was he? Hello? Andy.exe? Did it like crash? Like, what was that? Like, he was just like face diving into the wall for like 5 seconds. Did I imagine that? This guy trying to get hearts here. Lol. Doesn't work. He's got anti-fairies. He's got powder. He'll be fine. He just has to be a little careful. Yeah, I kind of like the play with Red King, honestly, to just dive ice early. You can get that second item here with Red King strats. They don't have any small keys to ice, so they can't progress further. I would pretty much just bail after this chest. Well, I mean, Icebreaker I do too, but then I'm out. Kaede is going to go into Eastern and finish that up now. Icebreaker. Really quick. Nice, smooth. Heart container. See you later. You push and block. He's going in. He's in it. Guys, he's in it to... I don't know at this point. Win it, I guess? Like... What else does he have? Okay, let's kind of dissect it to that level. You have first test swamp, right? You have that shovel on 4 keys. You just got gravity as a break. I think I'd play away from this in hopes I get hammer somewhere else at this point, honestly. I get the appeal of wanting to come here. I think it's just a little risky. I don't know. Sometimes it's really hard to think about these calls in these positions. Because you gotta like act quick, right? Like you can't like overthink it. You just kind of gotta do. And I feel like this is one of those situations. It's not great, but like you don't really have better options except for what I kind of listed, and a lot of them involve breaks. So I get it. I wish we had an Andy hover cam. Oh, yes. I know why you want the hover cam. I know. And now chat knows too. Alright, missiles. We don't have ice big chest. We don't have any more keys, so we have to drop here. So Kaede is gonna finish off Eastern here. And we'll pretty much be tied 1-1. And depending on what they do next, if nothing's in this iced tea chest, then it's kind of like all square again. And Lord knows where the next play is going to be. Hover cam on another site. Did you guys know, like on porn sites, like people actually just like stream normally? Like they'll upload it like it's YouTube. Another E-tank. Interesting. So you can't be happy about that. Andy is going to S and Q here. Yeah, just like dead ass. They're just like playing regular games. It's hilarious. How do you know? Kaede is going in for the shovel play here. Andy is going back to Darkwold Death Mountain. TR question mark? You have one small key. It's not really a lot. Red rupee from this shovel. Okay, like honestly, this shovel was the biggest bait of all time. I'm actually shocked it didn't lead to anything. Solski kick when? Absolutely never. Absolutely never. Oh god, no. No thank you. Oh, you know, I didn't even, my brain didn't even link this. Here is a play if both runners are actually going to it at the same time. Why Andy went the long way? To see the Gannett's Tower go. I forgot he died on the way here. Okay, that's why. It's so sad, guys. It's so sad. Isn't Facebook gaming dead? No. There are still some streamers that stream on it. Like the AoE 2 guys, like Viper and T90 still stream on there. That was a sick Harapot, not gonna lie. Mixer's dead though. Yeah, that's been gone for a long time. Master Sword here in Hera. Both runners are going to get it pretty much, again, like most of the seed, right on top of each other. I don't know about you guys, but this has been a very entertaining race for the first hour. So big shout outs to our runners today. This has been pretty fun to watch. These guys are literally right on top of each other all game. Nice fight from Kaede. All right, Andy spins. 2, 3, Pog. So most of here was out of logic here, minus the first 2 items. So that Master Sword is out of logic. We do get our first pendant pick of the day. Morph was here too. No, it wasn't. Was it? It was here. LMAO. All right, this is my only beer I'm having, guys. Morph off Trolldorm? It's not in logic then. So they're missing something. Fails to mention the Jack. You know what? I was actually gonna fix up. I haven't had one in a while. I was gonna fix up a Ryan Ginge. I haven't had one in a long time. I was gonna fix up a regular. I usually have doubles of those. I was gonna fix up a regular. It's such a great summer drink. But I figured I'd just stick with the beer. Just enjoy the beer a little bit more, so I'm not like rushing it. Just a hard container here at Croc Escape. Okay. Not a whole lot else going on for the runners. They do have Morph now, so yeah, they can do Norfair 1. They really can do whatever the hell they want. They're probably both going to elect to go ahead and chase Brinstar, as I'm lying. Kaede is going immediately into Norfair. And he is going Norfair 1. We do see a boss. I missed what that was. I think it was a boss token, though. I'm going to say that was a boss token I saw. We see a Bicky here in Bicky here in Bubble. All right. Dude, when did they get Norfair 2? I missed it. God. Ice Palace Bicky. All right. Was from Lake Island? So Andy doesn't have that. All right. Good luck to the runners. May the spears contain 800 spears. So far it's been pretty nice, honestly. So far it's been pretty nice. At least for my optics. It's been pretty good. We just got our morph at an hour. Other than that, it's been pretty kind. Like, nothing too crazy. It's got to have plasma. Let's check. He does. Banny, banny. And he's gonna moonwalk now. I really want Croc to just hit him. Do the rare enrage right at the pit. Right at the pit. Engage. Damn it. I've seen it happen once before. I'm not crazy, guys. We have a small key for TR here. That's speed missiles. Just missiles at speed. And he's going through the spookiest cutscene in the game. That's a pretty funny troll, honestly, for like 1990. What was it? 95? 95, 94, 96, something around there. It was one of those 3 years. That's That's a pretty spooky moment, honestly, seeing those bones just pop up like that from Croc. And the Croc fight in general was pretty spooky, right? Because he has, like, the acid killing him. You know, as a kid, you thought that was really cool, but, like, in perspective, it's pretty spooky, man. Our Kaede is pretty low on energy, but will have some left in the tank in the reserves. It's also going to have a Desert Small here that they're now going to want to keep. They also can Crystal Flash. They are not keeping the Desert Small. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Pourquoi? I'm busting out my French. I'm actually surprised. I'm really surprised at that. Okay. Maybe he forgot about Crystal Flash? I don't know. Maybe he's just like, nah, I just want the refill. Maybe he's going back for it, so he doesn't have to do CF. But then, like, why go through the trouble? Yeah, it looks like they're going back for it, right? No, wait, whoa. Oh, he's going back for the TR key, too. Yeah, I think they totally forgot about CF Clip. Or not CF Clip, CF Flash. Why am I calling CF Flash? Is this Crystal Flash? What's wrong with me, guys? What's wrong with me? Yeah, maybe they just forgot, because, yeah, they're going to come from the TR key. And they're going back in? Peculiar. There's no way this is the yips, right? Like, only Andy can have the yips this seed. Like, he's been having some struggles. He's doing well though. Like, he's keeping up really well for the issues he's had. Alright, so Kaede has enough energy to get out with 6. And yeah, Croc more or less having nothing. Alright, cool. Considering he effectively did Spore Spawn twice. Exactly. Exactly. There's a little Morph Ball attack there. Yeah, 3.5 tanks plus reserves. And again, plus Crystal Flash. Kaede may or may not... They gotta know about it, right? Like, I think they just forgot about it. The Nutella refill. Hell yeah. So I remember Nutella told that story on stream once about, like, why it's called Nutella refill. And apparently, like, the TLDR was... He was like, well, how does Slutters get a refill and I don't? So he's like, I'm just going to start calling this Nutella refill, and then it just stuck. The end. Powerful story, I know. AKA Nutty. He just wanted something, exactly. I just want to belong. I know that feeling. I don't know, I just kind of called, like, I started calling that wreck ship missile item before Phantoon spooky missiles, and it's kind of stuck. I feel like I was probably the first to start calling it that, but I kind of felt like it was an obvious call for it. But, like, when Maniacal and I, like, we teamed up for SMZ3 for the first, like, co-op tournament, I remember calling it spooky missiles in our first race, and he was like, spooky missiles? I don't know what that is. I was like, I had to explain the concept to him. Skullwood's big key here. Not a bad spot, not great either for Andy. Spooky missiles. I was so perplexed. Yeah, so like 35 supers plus like ice, charge, and plasma. These guys are ready for anything this seed. So much firepower. We got X-Ray 2 for like Dre and Phantoon. Kaede just finishing up with Croc here, and Andy is heading into the crate fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, easy. Alright, so we did know, I forgot to mark it. Well, we didn't know actually. We did know we had the map, but we never checked it, I guess. X-Ray works on Phantoon. It sure does. It sure does. Phantoon and Dre are the only 2 bosses that can get X-Rayed like that. Yeah, literally, like, the fights... Vandune's a pretty easy fight when you know the patterns. Right? And you know, like, what to... Like, what the tells are and everything like that, and when to kind of get ready for a switch. We see Meridian 1 keycard here. Okay. But, like, with X-ray Plasma, it's now actually free. Like, you literally just go through one cycle, and it will die in that one cycle as long as you hit it enough. Regardless of what you have a pairing with on Plasma. Alright, so Andy has two options here. He's going to break the two, maybe go to Spazer first, or is he going to go straight up? He's going to go straight up with that one keycard. Smart, okay. Probably chains this in with Red Tower. We'll see if he remembers what I told him about Red Tower last seed. And he didn't know that just ice was in logic to get up Red Tower. I mean, it's not a logical requirement here, but it is just nice info to know so you can do it. I'm wondering if he's gonna remember that, to be honest. We'll see with the route, I guess. God, having Screw Attack early in the seed is so nice for SM, though. It makes the game, like, very, very comfy. Almost too easy. Blue mail here on the Mama T pedestal. We see power bombs in the wall. Andy does want those. So at this point, with Andy grabbing those power bombs, he's thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe I actually have to do Ridley at this point, right? Because we don't know what SM Boss's requirements are. They have the key for it, but they don't. No one's visited it yet, so. Okay, Kaede is coming back in reverse on LN. Andy's going to head up the watering hole here. We see another small key for pod. All right. So that's 5 now. So Andy's safe to check that item. Probably regrets not save scumming or checking it anyways, but that's right. I don't think Kaede checked it either. Really smooth room transition there through Andy. That was actually impressive to see. Not a lot of players can hit that tech. Silky smooth. Smooth. Here's the other thing, Andy. You actually didn't know from the first race was that you can check Aqueduct with the Meridian 1 keycard. So it's good to see that he's committing this stuff to memory. He's getting it down pat, guys. We see 230 is just a shield. We see Aqueduct is nothing. So we should see a save here from Andy just so he can check the sandpits. There's nothing else he can do here. He'll need the 2 Meridia keycard, or the Meridia keycard 2, to get through to Botwoon. Kaede is going to check out what Bomb Frizo has. And we're going to see left pits first. Andy could elect to go and check Shack Tool as well. Through the Ice Puyo clip, but I'll just kind of keep an eye on it when he does right side to see if he wants to like to do that. I guess it also depends if there's something here. Okay, there's nothing here. So if there was something here, he would probably check right side, and if it was nothing, he probably just resets and not check Shack at that point. But now, like, it's a stronger possibility he might just do Shack anyways. Kaede is going to go ahead now and scout out the SM boss requirements. So now we're going to have the last piece of information here. We're also going to see the scout of back a gauntlet, which is nice. Don't have the key to get there, but it's really good to see the information. We do see a small key. Notable missing candidates right now is Swamp Small is probably the worst one. But we are missing quite a bit of small keys still, so it could be easily like a Meyer Ice key. We do see a small key here, Turtle Rock, and we see the requirements are 1 Okay, so potentially fast seed, just depending on how these crystals pan out now at this point. So with the Brinstar kill, both runners have their one boss done. So they can actually, they can go ahead and finish SM now if they want to be honest. Get that Hyper Beam. Probably like not something you really need to worry about at this point though, but just food for thought they could do it. Andy is going ahead to, oh, okay. So Andy did not want to go to Shack, but he is going to go through Forgotten Highway here. This is interesting. This is a little risky, but I kind of like it. It's kind of a meme play, but you know, it works. Oh, Kaede is going to check out the other Bryn stuff. I forgot we didn't do this because we didn't have Morph. Okay, so we're going to see like back at Bryn Reserve now. We're going to see some other stuff in Bryn we weren't able to do. This is actually a really smart follow-up, I think. Andy's probably going to head there eventually. He just wants to kind of go through a loop here first. But I also noticed, I don't think he did Spazer either. Silver arrows here in the back of Bryn. All right. Yeah, I don't think Andy did Spazer either. So that's kind of annexed now at this point, right? It's going to be tough to get back there, is my point. So that's kind of tricky. So with that 2 key card, we are going to see the Edikun area. And he's still getting through Forgotten Highway. Me personally, with this play, I'm like super greedy. Kaede didn't do Bryn. Oh, whoops. He did Bryn in our hearts, alright, guys? He did Bryn in our hearts. Or Crate, sorry. Like, the play that Andy's doing right now, I'm just, like, super greedy towards. I never really want to go direct ship this way unless I have to. Even if I have the boss key, it has to be, like, a super smooth route. Like, I guess what Andy did with Meridia to even, like, entertain doing this. But even then, it's not that long to get back here. I just prefer to do other options, me personally. But it could pay off. We do see Desert's big key here, actually. On Kaede's side in the lower Bryn Edikun area. Andy's gonna go ahead and check out Spooky Misses. Just a missile pack, nothing there. All right, cool. Cool for us, not for Andy. Get owned. As he does. The ghost owns him. Let's go. This isn't fast cannon. Interesting question. It is not fast cannon. So when I think, I can't remember if I asked Andy if he wanted fast cannon or not, or if I just said we're not doing fast cannon. When we were like, when he was doing that YouTube stream and I was asking him like, hey, we're just gonna make the tournament now. So I found out this week that if you put on fast Ganon, you don't have to worry about the criteria boss key anymore to get to G4 and Mother Brain. And Total was like scolding me. He's like, it's in the manual. Like, please. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, you expect me to see a manual? Andy, please. So Andy needs to stay on the ground when he does X-ray. He can't do jumps like this. He has to wait for it to come to him and then X-ray shot it. I know what he's trying to do. He can't do it this way. He'll figure it out now on this one, I'm sure. Just kidding, he missed. Okay, he knows. He knows. There we go. There we go. That's what we want to see. Kaede doing the wave blue gate glitch here. Hard mode accounts for this. Who's winning, Kaede or Andy's plot armor? If this was a crystal, I'd say Kaede or Andy, but it is not. So And he doesn't know it's only one SM boss. He probably sees that. He's like, all right, that's not that bad. You know, I might need it. I don't know what the G4 requirement is yet. Little does our boy know. Super Spirit charge. All right. Little does young Andrew know. This little sponge like jump there. Supers at Waterway. We got half magic here on right side wreck ship. Supers. All right, cool. All right, so past this post, we have left side supers, and then we have the reserve or the E-tank, and that's it. Can't do. Sorry, that's a lie. I'm lying. There's also mountain and there's also mountain and sky missiles. I completely like spaced those out in my head for some reason. But yeah, they have those. So and he has 3 more. You have added 4 more items. I keep adding 4 more items here. All right, there we go. That's the final answer. Kaede is gonna go for. Okay, I was gonna say maybe go for the taps. Big key to Misery Mire, gross to find it here. Does open up Mire for completion, out of logic, but it's here. Kaede is actually going to say no to the rest. I think, yeah, I forgot to do tube here. Is the level 1 criteria key card. We do know there's a small key at Gauntlet, but we don't know what the Gauntlet E-tank is. And Kaede is kind of thinking about what he's going to do. I think, yeah, he's going to go back into retro because you have alpha missiles available. Yeah. It's kind of like 2 things you can do here. It's not ideal at this point because it's like your first time through, but it's quite late in the seed. I feel like this is good. Just clean up 230 and then move on up. You can also do shaft supers on the way too here. What does the 2 plot armors next to Andy's name indicate? So Andy is so far a 2-time winner of the MasterCard Plot Armor Play of the Day award. So in both of his races, he had done a action that was deemed within the terminology and definition of what plot armor is. So he has earned those awards. Very well deserving, trust me. Nothing yet to indicate, like I don't think there's anything that might happen at this point. Usually that stuff's like early, like you missed something or forgot something and then you just get bailed out. That's like an easy definition of plot armor. But I mean, like, if you guys haven't seen game 2 like through my Twitch, I know Andy's probably gonna put it on his YouTube soon. Don't like, it's kind of worth the wait. It's early enough in the seed, but it's very entertaining and well deserving of the second plot armor. Kaede with the taps, let's go. I was gonna conserve energy too with some wall jumps. That's kind of fancy, honestly. Andy, don't you put it up on YouTube? So I'm gonna be putting up some of the matches I cast as well on YouTube. I'm gonna try and cast a VOD match either tonight following this one. I'm gonna see how I feel, depending on how it goes. Although it probably will still be racing by the time this finishes, so I might do it tomorrow. But I'll definitely put those up, put the Andy matches up, and then just kind of go there. For brackets, I kind of want to do every match. But for Swiss, I'm kind of giving myself some breathing room. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot to do 8 matches a week when this is a super part-time gig. This is like more hobby, if anything, right? Like, but like, for me, like 8 matches is a lot, especially for this kind of mode when they're like 3-4 hours. It's like a quarter of my day, right? All right, we get wave here in the beta peeps. Kaide's gonna go back to Mire area, probably to finish the job here. Seize the map. We're gonna see for wreck ship. Nice. Am I really trying to cast every match of the brackets? It will thin out pretty quick. So this is my policy on it. It'll thin out pretty quick. I don't anticipate to keep up with it. Like, I'll be able to live cast some, but I'm definitely gonna have to vodcast others. Is my plan. So I can, like, if I'm like free on a weekend, because like my weekend availability is all over the place. But say I'm like free for a day, I can probably knock out 2 side by side kind of thing without like burning out. It's actually 11-person brackets. That's another interesting thing. So I kind of did an oopsie whoopsie with the setup. So Annie kept mentioning something about like, oh yeah, 16-person Swiss is so good. We see a book here in Meyer Big Chest that's not to do with the story. And he's like, oh yeah, I always wanted to see like 16-person Swiss. So I'm like, okay, I'll make it 4 rounds. But I guess he was talking about doing it 5 so that if you won 3, you were just in. And if you lost 2, you were out. So the way I did it, there's going to be 1 4-0, 3 3-1s, and then 6 2-2. So you're kind of imbalanced. Is that math right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10, whatever. Math works. So how I'm going to do it... Hold on. Let me double check this. Is my math right? Wait. What did I say? Runner announcements. Well, 6 2-2s. Oh, there's 4 3-1s. That's why. That's why my math's off. Yeah, there's 11. There's 11. I've done this enough times, guys. Yeah, there's definitely 11. I got the 3-1s wrong. So there's gonna be 4 3-1s and 6 2-2s. So the way I have it work is that the 3 bottom 2-2s are gonna face off against each other, basically. Or sorry, the 6 2-2s are gonna basically face off against each other, and then like 1 3-1 will face each other, and then the remaining 3-1s and the 4-0 will face off against the winner of the 2-2s. I'll draw a diagram of it like later. But, like, just, if that makes sense, hopefully that makes sense. You didn't expect this question to get so complicated? No, it's fine. We're kind of not missing much anyways. We do see the Vidi fight from here from Kaede, but it's like silvers. Oh, baby, more drawing? Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Meyer Smallkey and a crystals. So crystals are big time money right now. So that is what you want to see. So Kaede is, I would say, in the lead, question mark, at this point. With not having done wreck ship and then getting that second crystal now. The top 3 players have a bit of a bye, exactly. So the way I'm going to seed it is basically, my hope is I can just figure it out to where the 3-1s where they got the first loss will be the bottom 2. In that will face the 2-2s. And then the top 3-1s that haven't taken a loss until later will get the 2-2 like run off, basically. Alright, so we get a small key here to Skullwoods on Kaede's side. Kaede might have that big key too. Let me just check this. He does not have that big key yet. Okay. He does have, yeah, he does have the big key to ice. It's fine. We still don't have a hammer here. This is kind of weird. Another small key. Misery Meyer. Andy getting the silvers. All right. Just gonna double check Andy's. I like to check the runners' trackers. That's why I really love them having their trackers up. So I can just kind of verify I have everything. I keep forgetting to put this small key, so I'm just gonna do it. That's the one that they got in there. It's not really a small key they get, but Andy has 2 TR smalls. All right. Kaede side. He's got 2 TR smalls as well, which we got. He's got 2 Meyer smalls. Fine. It's not really relevant. I think that's it. All right, cool. We're good. We're current. So far, Upper North are 2 not really required unless we need all 4s. That's a good way to look at it. Andy is going to get the bad news. That's only 1. And he's going to say, of course, bro, when he has like the wreck ship kill on Fantoon. We didn't really find anything too crazy there in wreck ship either. Kaede is going to clean up here at Graveyard. And he also seen that small key. The mirror's pretty cheeky, right? Like there's some stuff we can still do with this mirror. We might see 45 in the swamp first item here at this point. That would be like sicko mode, you know what I mean? Like you just make that play, and if it pays out, you're jamming. And you're hoping Andy's not jamming too at that point. Look at this guy doing the charge save, the swag. All right, this is gonna be Quakefish. All right. So Kaede is gonna get their bombos, and he sees missiles here. We see thieves actually is the last pendant. I just caught that on my screen. All right, so we know these are all crystals in some capacity. So now we know the rest of the information that's more or less relevant. Oh, sorry. No. That's not true. Shit. We don't have the SM bosses. No, I've made a mess. It was this one. It was this one. It was this one. Yeah. I forgot about the SM bosses. We don't know yet. Any map checked way back when? I saw the map check, but I didn't see the information. That's probably why. But thank you for calling that out. There's the lamp. That's gross. Bro, streamer, I can't believe you missed that. It was just 2 dungeons. Even though the icons flash, they didn't flash on my side. Why wouldn't you just know? Pod small key, the 6th pod small key. Is Kaede gonna go in from the back here? I don't think Kaede's done grab stuff yet, so this is kind of sick. However, they can't go to the back of Graph from here, or they can't go to the back of Meridia from here. We can do Precious. Oh, sorry. No, we can't, because the 2 key card is locking that door. So all we can do is Precious into a reset. I think this is kind of sick routing, honestly. It's like Grimace is really tracking this tournament. Why do you guys gotta be so mean? All right. Like, also, why are you guys picking on Grimace? Right? Like, he's just trying to have some fun. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. Missiles at Precious Missiles. It's fantastic. Kaede is going to go back in and is going to get the bad news here, guys. He's going to get some real bad news. Does he have a key card? I don't think he has. Question mark. He has 0 Meridia keys. Yeah, so this is going to be bad news. Darth Vacat, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. Honestly, why not just do MD now if all the requirements are not met? And like Andy's side, it's okay because he has full beam and enough tanks and grav. You probably want to try and hold out for high jump if you can, just for baby skit. That's probably the only reason they would want to. I'm shocked Andy had enough time to get that charge off in the shine. Like, it looks like he was crouch locked and then he just like pulled it off on the last frame there. This is sick. Yeah, Kaede seen the door and is like, see you later, I'm going back up, baby. Where are they going though? Any plot armor play there? Nah, that's like a skill issue thing. Like, you shouldn't have been in that position, right? Like, so that was more on him. Okay, so we're... Oh, yeah, we got Ether coming up with Kaede. Andy, meanwhile, gonna head over to Mire area. We know that's a disaster. He doesn't have Mire big key. So that's great. Super's at Ether. All right, nothing too crazy there. Oh, sorry, this is the desert play from Andy here. Did Andy do... He did do Norfair as well, right? He didn't do Upper Norfair. He doesn't have that Desert Small. Interesting. Does he not have... He doesn't have Norfair 2 keycard either, right? He does not. Oh, God, guys. He's going to find this stuff, and it might put him on a bad path here. Let's see. All right, there's that Smallwoods keycard for Skull. Kaede's going to clean up on the Criteria 1 keycard stuff. Yeah, so I want to say Andy's trying to figure out what's there. That's a fun glitch, by the way. So that populates like that when you check big chest first and not torch. It's kind of like a super tile thing, basically, is the way it's been explained. But he didn't grab it? What was there, guys? Wasn't it a big key? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a big key. Yeah, I think it was the big key to, like, ice. It might not be required. Okay, guys, that's the plot armor play of the day candidate right there. I can't give it to him yet. Chat, I need someone to verify for me. I don't want to open up a VOD and with this going on. But if someone verifies that, I'll gift him a sub. Ice big key was Bubble Mountain. No, he definitely did not grab it. He definitely did not grab it. He would have went through the fanfare. I don't think he's ever... He might not have seen that before. And he doesn't know how to react to it, would be my guess. It was a small key with a green boomerang. Yeah, that was like a sprite glitch. I'm pretty sure it was a big key. It's the swamp one. Both of them have the swamp one. So it can't be that. I even forgot Andy had the double, or the... I almost called it the Dallas Star big key. Don't ask. I forgot he had the Dallas... I almost said it again! What's wrong with me? I need another beer. I'll be right back. Hold on. Are we in Cherry? What? Alright, Andy's getting the big key. He went back. Turtle Rock big key. Seems important. That's the one it was. I was pretty sure that was an important big key. There it is. Potential plot armor play of the game candidate is now gone. Is the SM boss goal always 4 bosses? Not in this mode. It's actually 1 today. Sandy got a big key? Okay. That's fine. You did the effort. You're getting a gift sub. It's fine. Alright, we see a small key on left side here that is space jump locked, and we also see arrow capacity, so that is like nothing. What are they still looking for? They need to complete 5 crystal dungeons, or SM bosses holding crystals. So we don't know the remainder crystals. They're pretty close to go at this point with what they have. Chances are they'll need a hammer. And maybe some big keys here. But again, we're missing some key pieces of information. Kaede is just gonna clean up red tower here. Actually, he's gonna get this wreck ship map. That's kind of huge, honestly. So while Kaede can't check wreck ship until he gets through with criteria 2 key or goes through Forgotten Highway, you know, if he does run into criteria 2 key, then he can just like scout that and see that's a SM boss, say, yeah, it's probably not great. Yo, Sawyer, thanks for the tier 1 gift sub. Appreciate that. Thanks for keeping track of all this grimacing. That's what I do best. All the grimacing in the world. We're gonna see X-ray here from Kaede. That's sick. We're also gonna see the Skullwoods big chest for Andy. I've kind of lost track of where the logic is at this point, guys, because I feel like we're missing something still. Like, Lamp locked Gravity and Ice Rod. I don't even think Gravity really led to anything at this point. Kaede is going to go for Spring Ball Tech here. So this is a way you can get up. So there's a couple of ways you can get up here. You can do itemless strats and do the deboost off the waiver. You can also Spring Ball jump off this, but it's pretty tight. I hate doing the Spring Ball jump. It's so tight. You can do it. It's just super tight. Almost got it there. That was really close. We're gonna see bat here from Andy. I think we've seen this from Kaede as well. It is hammerless, so I don't think we have. Just missiles. I feel like chat and commentary have strayed from the game too far away a few times to be able to follow logic. You know what? That's not important, guys. It's important to have fun. You know what I mean? In this incredibly prestigious and important tournament. Guys, peace treaties or wars are going to be decided by this tournament, all right? Like, this is no joke. Federal budgets will be signed on this. Okay, Kaede got a little too high there. This one's not going to work. So what you want to do with spring ball jumps is you want it like as soon as possible on that wall jump. It's really tight without high jump. Like, you actually have less of a window. Kaede is going to bail. Okay. But you also need to make sure you, when you unpause, you can't be past or at the apex of the jump into morph. Otherwise, you can't do it. That's probably the best way I can explain it. I'm sure someone else could do a better job in chat, but that's what you're getting, guys. Basically, you can't go max height without doing that second jump. That's probably the easier way to say it. We're going to see Spazer here. We have not seen Spazer yet, so this is an interesting check, honestly. This is a very intriguing check. I think if something good is here, is Andy's going to see that Skullwoods is a boss prize. Oh, that's so gross. No easy crystals today, guys. Okay, just 10 arrows. That could have been plot armor play of the day. I don't think I'm going to give it, though. I feel like I need to be a little more greedy with it. The bar has been set incredibly high by Andy. And every runner in this tournament can get it. I just need a clip of what happened in a story. You know what I mean? And I can award it to them. Or if I see it, I can award it to them. Otherwise, you know, best of luck. If Hammer's at X-ray, that's going to be bad. It could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, Kaede is going to go ahead and do Bryn here. We'll get their first boss token, which is great because, you know, one is required to get through to finish the game. Having some issues here like Andy did. So, like, with speed, it's really tough to get this jump going. Sometimes I actually just turn off speed. Andy's going to go in for the hammerless swamp play. All right, this is an intriguing dive here, chat. This is a big one. If this has hammer, I think Andy gets thrown back into the lead, maybe. Kaide's gonna see this big key. I think this one was for Skullwoods. Yep. It was for Skullwoods. He getting spec. Oh, yeah, that's right. It doesn't need hammer. Specky's allowed, guys. Let's go. Pog. Relevant tech, finally. The first. There's no keys. God, chat. I'm on the lowest of lows from the highest of high. God damn. All right, beer time. I was so excited. I'm like, it's the first relevant play I've seen of Specky ever. It's for what? Oh, God. All right. Great quick kill here for Kaede. Sick. And he's going to pick up his thing here. What was it again? His Norfair 2 keycard. He's just going to love that. He's going to be absolutely thrilled to find that. And now he's going to chase Upper Norfair probably for nothing. So chat, you remember how I said earlier, and other runners in the chat were saying, yeah, these are pretty bad. These can get pretty bad. You just feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing so great, and then the mid game just hits you, and you're like, it like pancakes your face in, kind of, and you're like, I don't know if I like this anymore. But I'm gonna continue because it's like 2 games I really like, and then the end game hits you, and you're like looking for something forever. There's the 1 key card from Meridia for Kaede. You know, where he's at, it's almost a gimme. You go there anyways. And much like Andy, that might push him towards wreck ship as well. So much like how these runners were like kind of on top of each other all race, they might just be trading places again. It might be just a long con for that. Guys, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to be Ice Palace Big Chest. Alright. I can't wait for Hammer to be there. TBQH. Because Andy dove ice early without Hammer. Oh, God. That, I think, is the worst thing I've probably seen all tournament if that happens. I'll be honest. But we'll see. So for that quick C with 2 crystals for Ganon and 1 boss from Mother Brain. So they still need to climb GT, so they actually need 5 crystals. At this point, it's looking like if it's in Link to the Past, it's Pod's Big Chest. Yeah, I mean, you got 6 Pod Smalls. You have the big key. I don't know how much in logic that is at this point. And he's doing like a giga farm here, actually. Okay, guys, if Andy loses this race, I think we blame Futon and Shadow for putting him through that multi before this. It looks like it's worn our boy out. I'm going to be very honest. He's looking like Apollo Creed in the 11th round. You know what I mean? Like, he's looking done. He's gonna need like a Red Bull at minimum to kind of get him back in shape, I think. But yeah, Kaede going through Meridia. Not surprising, finding that 1 key card there in Kraid's warehouse. And I'd be equally less surprised if he chases wreck ship at this point, because like option wise in Kaede's like scope, you don't have much left for what they've done. Andy at this point even less so. So I feel like wreck ship is a gimme here as well. For Andy, it becomes a little bit harder to figure out what to do. He's gonna see Desert Palace small and he's just gonna say, I'm so done with this. Where did Andy's second plot armor come from? It came from his second race. I don't want to spoil what he did, just so you guys can. It'll probably be on YouTube in a couple of days, or you can watch my VOD that I have on my channel here. But I think it's worth the wait. I don't want to tell the story. Is this not his second race? No, this is his 3rd race. This is Swiss round 3. Both runners are 2 and 0. I completely forgot to add the Swiss round number onto the overlay, so that's kind of my bad. As per usual, Solski's stream title is wrong. I forgot to change that, didn't I? Guys, if I change this and I get and if I crash, Malchris is banned from my stream from a month. This isn't gonna split my VOD, right? No, it's gonna chapter my VOD. That's fine. That's fine. You can still download the VOD in one scoop. One scoop. Winner of Hair Big Chest can be progression as well. It can be. So we have Hair Big Chest. We have Ice Big Chest. We have Thinking. Like, out of logic, you can do Shaq here. I don't think Kaede does that. What else do you have? Let's think about this. This little X-ray use there from Andy on Cathedral, seeing it's nothing. See you later. Not Big Chest, Big Key Chest. We haven't seen Big Chest either. Oh yeah, that's right. The small key chest. Yeah. Or the big key chest. I know what you're talking now. Yeah, the Ice Palace big chest is probably the worst thing it can be. But regardless, like, it's almost painfully obvious we're looking for Hammer at this point, just with how the keys are. And the grossest spot it can be is like one of those two chests. It also could be like Fire Rod, for example. It obviously could be Swamp Small, but like those are just incredibly unlikely. There's the key, the TR key for Kaede. That's 3. Andy's gonna pop into Meyer here. Does not have Meyer big key. Is not popping into Meyer here. He's going right for Desert Small. He probably goes back to Meyer though. Kaede is gonna make the play up to Wreck Ship, by the way. He is going up the affectionately known as the toilet. That's actually the room name. Like, I don't know why you couldn't just call it the sink or the pipeline, but they, you know, people just gave it the name the toilet. I don't know. But yeah, Gauntlet doesn't need morph. Correct. In fact, the runners could have done that as like their first check with Screw Attack. I was actually surprised they didn't do it because you can just reset the ship, but you know, it was a play. That's actually a good call out, Crescents. Yeah, Andy's gonna go into Meyer here. Unfortunate for him, he does not have that Meyer big key. But Kaede pretty much did the same play, so they're not really gonna, like, it's not really a time game. It's pretty much none at that point, possible at that point. What are the seat settings? Are all items guaranteed to be accessible? Great question. I believe the answer is yes. And that should be on by default for SMZ3. All right, so if I remember, there wasn't anything really in Meyer. I'm asking because I saw Andy do an AL TTPR where the Moon Pearl was on Graveyard Ledge. So just to give some context for that, because I was there when that happened. That was a broken seed using a different like client branch. So that was not like a, I don't want to use the term official because I feel like it has the wrong message. It was using a quote unquote volatile fork that was known to could possibly have bugs such as that happen. And because of like the nature of like Dorando and everything like that and the intricacies there with the logic, that's why that happened. Yeah, Kaede is going to go ahead for the Phantoon kill. He's going to have a little bit of an easier time with Plasma Wave. Bigger hitbox will be much easier to get the X-Ray off on Phantoon. And he's going to continue to clear out through Misery Mire here. Also doing the stair extension glitch. Let's go. To this day, you know, I've practiced it so long, I still can't do it. I'm kind of a boomer in terms of age now for Link to the Past, so I just don't really practice that much anymore. So, if at all, it's hard to find the time. So I'm just like, stair extension? No, that's past my time, man. I don't need to do that. Kaide's gonna set for Dopplers here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could be X-raying, is not X-raying. These things happen. Andy thinking, where'd my hammer at? And I don't know that answer. There's like 2 big chests it could be pretty much at this point. Or X-ray. It could be X-ray as well. In Andy's case, he hasn't done Spazier yet, so that's kind of an easier in-back for him, but still. Yeah, it's like Hera Basement, Swamp. It's like Hera Basement, Ice, Big Chest, or X-Ray. I feel like those are the only 3 locations left that we have. And Andy's just going to keep finding things that's going to put him away from that path at this point. Andy is going to go ahead and check out Graveyard as well. Pod Big Chest too? No, they don't have Big Key yet. They do not have Big Key yet. Right? No, they don't. Alright. That was going crazy for a second. But Kaede does have 6 pod keys now. Big Key chest, not Big Chest. Chad, I'm trying my hardest here, alright? I'm trying my best. It's all I can do. But yeah, Andy is going back to pod. We'll be checking this chest here. And I can't help but think this is probably the clown item of the day if it's here. And it's Andy's own damn fault for not scumming this when he was thinking about it. It's his own fault. No one else to blame. He can blame the seed all he wants. He didn't make the call. Honestly, to me, there's no way it's not here when I get 6 keys like this early in the seed. I'd be shocked if it's not here or an item not leading to it. Oh, that's so gross. That's so gross. We're gonna get Specky. We're not gonna get Specky. Oh wait, no, we are. He has to go this way. He doesn't have hammer. We're specking again. Oh, this is a PogChamp moment. Actual relevant use of this glitch. All right. Guys, let's just form our opinion on this glitch by this one moment alone and never look back. We're just going to say, God damn, I'm glad this is here. Or, oh no, it should never be in this tournament. What did you do? On this one moment alone. Everything else, filter it out. In before hammer is in the first chest of swamp. It absolutely can, and it will be god tier hilarious. Let's be honest. So Specky's a new glitch that is not currently allowed. Link to the Past rule set. Tournaments have, for the most part, allowed it? Question mark. Like some have not allowed it, and some have. This one has, and basically you just do a rail clip with your hook shot with a bomb, like basically a bomb placement where your bomb boost into a tile, and then you can hook shot past the rail, and you don't have to use the hammer anymore for swamp. Ladder just allowed Specky? Correct. They just allowed it today. I haven't... Well, I've seen people do it, but not like in this. It's not here. All right, so yeah, we're just going to see the rest of Swamp. Let's go. So when I thought about like Specky and kind of how it could impact SMZ3, this is kind of the scenario. Is more keys was my point when talking about it. Is that like with keys, this is super strong tech to have. Okay, in SMZ3 normal, what it could lead to is I might in rare circumstances not require the hammer to beat the game. In very rare circumstances. So yeah, he's just able to kind of get through here now and not need the hammer. Chat, I gotta admit, I have pogged and been wowed. He's breaking the law. Officer! Alright, what's Kaede gonna do next? Okay, so Kaede's going back into Dark World. Maybe? Yeah, I guess they have to do this to get to pod, right? So I think this might be a play into pod. I don't know if they've done Swamp or not for first test. But I feel like this is 100% to pod. There's nothing else. He's like done everything else in the north. Yeah, this has to be a direct to pod here. So yeah, he's going to get his Swamp Key here. So again, these runners are so close to each other. But Kaede does have the edge right now. He does have the second crystal on Andy. He does have Mire complete. Yeah, he's going to go down. Yep, 100% to pod. All right, cool. Right, left side swamp. It's going to be really funny when we find this hammer, I think, at this point. Where was Meyer big? I missed it. That's a good question. I forgot. Left of Morphped. Answer given. I kind of have an idea now, guys. I need to get like an obnoxious animation alert when like Specky's gonna be done as like a possibility like this. Where it just plays like a really loud soundbite. It's just incredibly over the top and annoying. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of funny. Yeah. Kaede's gonna get the Swamp Small here. God, Generations are going to talk about this seed at this point. Generations will share this tale of this matchup that has gone down today. We found nothing in Swamp, by the way. You know what would be the biggest Keck W, though? Is if Swamp leads to a boss prize. If it's not a crystal here, I'm probably going to laugh a little bit. Yeah, now Kaede has to go back through this way to get to Swamp now. Oh, God. Bosses should be Ellen in Swamp. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, that's right. Swamp was confirmed, right? Alright, so yeah, you're right. It should be a crystal then. Because Wreck Ship was a boss. You can arrow puffs? You can, yes. I hate doing it. It's obnoxious. You'll never see me do it. Big key. To Thieves Town, I hate this seed. But yeah, Andy has his second crystal. Kaede's gonna check out Bombos here, actually. We haven't seen Bombos yet, so that is another location we have. Just a map, Pog. Andy has Desert Crystal. Alright, Andy has 3 crystals. To Kaede's 1. He's massively in the lead overnight. Kaede also finished Brinstar. Need tempered? What? Oh, you guys are giving me like PTSD. I thought I mismarked like tempered now at this point. Andy is gonna go on the back of Meridia here. He's got 1 item he can do. He does not have any means to do Dre at this point. He's just going in for the 1 item and that's it. So it probably resets here after this. Again, we'll see. I said that before when I was wrong. This little Debus. He sees Meridia is a crystal. It's a red crystal. Sees a missile, reset, see you later. So at this point, he's got to be like forming opinions on like what he has left for like, say, a hammer for this point. But even like a hammer doesn't unlock all the answers. It's got to be somewhere away from swamp, right? So in terms of hammer, that's like TR, that's like hammer pegs, that's Thieves Big. Or big chest at this point, because we have the big key. Kaede also doing Specky, let's go. Easy, guys. Just that easy. Andy's gonna get his Zurimar big key now. Yep. Yeah, double Specky Pog. You'll love to see it. All right. Kaede has wave 2. Did we see 230 on... Yeah, we did. Kaede did check this. Yep, just the red rupee. I was like, am I going crazy here? So if I were an Andy Lasso, I have 2 routes here. I route this into Bryn that I haven't done yet, or I route this to X-Ray and Spazer. He's gonna do X-Ray and Spazer because he did do Bryn stuff. That's right, he did do that because he has his silvers. So yeah, now it's X-Ray and Spazer here. So this is kind of exciting to see what's at X-Ray. It's almost like a 50-50 shot almost. That it's gonna be hammer. Just a fire shield on that left side. Yep. And he was the level 1 shield. It's crazy that you did Specky and there's like nothing here in SMZ3 keys though. I will call that out. For nothing to be here post Specky is hilarious. I feel like if you're gonna have a seed where nothing's here post Specky and SMZ3 keys, it's probably safe for everything else, to be honest. I get where its power lies in being able to skip the hammer, but I feel like that applies more to SMZ3 than anything. All right, so Andy's gonna try and go ahead and do the spring wall jump here. You know what? He has an interesting way he can do this. If he freezes that fire flea, he should be able to spring wall jump on top of it from the ledge there. He could do the wall jump, but I feel like he can't do it this way. He's gonna try and do it this way. He can't do it this way. He needs the height on the ledge. He's probably thinking to himself, bro, this can't be it. This is pretty nasty that this might be required. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever seen a spring ball required entry into X-ray. And don't quote me on the logic. I think there's very less logic for E-tanks here to do this with nothing, but I don't remember. Oh, he's taking a licking on these spikes too. So the bad thing about these spikes is he doesn't have various, so he's taking 60 each hit. So if he doesn't even out his numbers here, he might get into a hit where it leads him at 57 and he can't do a crystal flash. Yeah, he's gonna reset. He's gonna go refill. Well, Kaede is gonna go through master sword strats, proper strats, TBH. Freeze the waivers and fireflies. You can beat them and freeze them. Yes, you can do that. And he's just gonna go to Spacer first. Honestly, I think this is the smart play. If you're like, I'm not getting the tech, I might as well do this. I think, yeah, you can freeze the waivers if you get them in a proper timing and doing it. I don't think the logic accounts for just ice in that aspect, because you need spring ball to get through the second part. But that first part, yeah, it's so tricky with just spring. It is in logic, but it's like super, super tricky. Yeah, Andy's just gonna fail. Oh my god, dude, this is hilarious. So chat, there's nothing at X-ray. Do I just give both of them the plot armor play of the game? Do I just split the difference? Give them like each half an armor? That's an option, I think. I think that's an option. And he's gonna go ahead and finish off Meyer. I can't blame him, honestly. I can't blame him. It's easy for me to kind of like chuckle and like us kind of chuckle at this situation, but I get what they're going through. Is not ideal. I kind of want Andy's hot mic at this point either as well, but I feel like it would be a lot of pain and misery. Is Mickey Mouse in logic? It is not without Varia. So the only thing that's Varialess in logic is screw attack in LN. That is it. Yeah, so Andy's gonna get the book here, and he's gonna say, "God damn it!" And he's gonna think, "You know what? Now I just did Swamp. Now I gotta take my Titan Mitt and go all the way to Bombos." But I feel like this drives him 100% to Hera. The Hera chest here, the basement. Alright, Kaede is going to go right into Thieves here with that Thieves Town big key. This is probably what I do in this point. So if I don't get X-ray, I'm assuming I do X-ray and it's nothing at this point. Like, just so I can make sense of this. I probably do this next. I think I have one play left, but I know I can kind of... It's kind of a risky play, right? So in my... I have to think, I'm wondering if both these runners are questioning whether or not X-ray's in logic, which it is. But at this point, it now becomes risk that you don't have that hammer in hand to do Thieves Town big chest. There might not be anything there, but we know a hammer's not going to be here, right? which at this point is giga required to finish the seed. And he's getting his 4th crystal, so we need 1 more crystal, guys. Ice Palace TR or Meridia Boss. What's it gonna be, player? You know what I mean? Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this? Hold on. Chat. Let's cool our jets. What happens if it's Meridia Boss? Meridia Boss key. They're just straight and go, right? They don't have to do, they don't need the hammer anymore. They can just climb GT. They have the GT big key. They're done. God, that's so hilarious. And he's gonna go and check out this hair small though. He's gonna go ahead and make the play. He also has ether in hand, so I figured this was naturally his next play. Clipping is allowed. They can get there without hammer. They can get the GT without hammer. They don't need a hammer for that. With them doing Specky, it's unlocked the possibility of just needing Meridia Boss to finish the seed. Because they only need 5 crystals. So if Kaede finds like Meridia Boss, for example, like here at blind, he's just in go. And he's fluting back to 1. He's fluting back somewhere else. I thought he was going maybe to Hera, but now these are like anger flutes. And he gets dunked on! Oh, I thought I thought the boulder was gonna push him off again. Oh god, that would have been nasty. I think at that point that would have been like red alert. He's just like, I just want to stop. 300 at blind. It's a pendant. We knew this. Frankly, that's annoying, but that's okay. And Kaede, no payoff. Andy is gonna make the play also. Question mark to Thieves Town, but he's going to the right side. Is this to Bombos? It's to Bombos. Oh god. Hold on, let me pull up the actual logic. If my PC crashes, we're banning Malachris for a month. All right, guys. Help. Logic log. Key sanity hard. Give me Burnstar. Give me red. X-ray scope. Can use power bombs and can open red doors in one of grapple, space jump, each of can IBJ or high jump with speed booster, or can spring ball jump. So that's what the runners have. Andy checking up Bombo sees the map is very angry right now, I guarantee it. Varia with 3 energy reserves or 5 reserves. So either spring ball only or no items with 5 energy reserves is in logic for X-ray at this point. How nasty is that, guys? Guys, I need to make this perfectly clear. Don't blame me that this seed exists. Blame Wild, all right? He came up with the hard mode logic with Total. I'm clearly passing the buck here. Kaede now going into ice without hammer. Andy's following suit. Andy has done this already without the hammer. This is... I don't think I've ever seen a double ice drop without hammer before. I don't think I've ever seen this. This is pure insanity. I kind of feel like I'm dreaming at this point. Like this is like massive clown at this point. It's not that the runners are clowning either. It's that their options are just horrid. And I'm getting perspective by the minute that these guys either don't think X-rays in logic or they're going to put it off until it's the last location. Wow, we should see Kaede get to Big Chest a smidge earlier than Andy, but they'll be there almost at the same time. All right, Big Chest. This is the last out, guys. It's a big key for Hera. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad, dude. There's no way it's not X-ray, right? This is just the clown train, right? So in SMZ3, I call there's like one good path and then there's the clown path. This is very much clearly the clown path, right? There's no way this leads to hammer, right? Kelsey, I need you to I need a favor. Like, has Andy said what the shit is this, like, out loud? He's just like, all I could hear is just like this muffled, what the fuck is this? Oh god, he's been napping? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so Andy wants the hair paw first here to see this big chest. Kaede is going up as well. God, this is so funny. So by the way, this led to morph. That was the logic. This shit led to morph, by the way. Supers are oh, it is the clown, dude. It was the clown path. I was right. The big keychain led to nothing. I was right. I know this mode, guys. It's in my veins, dude. I'm just like, there's no way this is leading to something, right? It's just gonna be clown, and clown confirmed. All right, this by far is my favorite seed of the tournament. These guys hate this. I know in my soul they hate this. I feel for them. But goddamn, this is funny. Oh god. And yeah, now we're back in sync basically. Now we're essentially, yeah, we're back in sync. God, this is so obnoxious. There it is! Oh, they've had that key for so long too. They've had that key for so long. So now Andy is in Goma with that hammer. He's going right back to ice. Kaede is not far behind here. And both our runners are essentially tied. This is so crazy, man. This is so crazy. Yeah, so they're both in go. Kaede dodged the duck! What is happening? Does Kaede not have info? Hold on. Eastern Swamp Mire. Ice. He doesn't have desert yet. Oh, wait, didn't he not do desert? No, he has done desert. Oh no, he's melting down. He's melting down, guys. No, you were so close. He knows. There it is. Oh, well, I'm glad. I know it sucks that I lost like a minute, but I'm glad he realized what was going on. I think he was saying to himself, shit, TR is right here. I could do TR. He's like, wait a minute. We've all been there, guys. We've all been there. Well, not only that, but you don't even have the fire rod for TR, right? So I think you just look at it and you're like, oh shit, yeah, that's right, I'm done. All things considered, guys, this seat could have been worse. This seed could have been much worse. Like, it's letting him off easy, I think, with this seed. Like, even if Specky was banned, that hammer leads to go mode regardless, because then you have swamp and ice done, right? This could have been much worse. This was like one crystal, one SM boss token extra away from being horrible. Yeah, I get that most seeds could have been worse, but like this seed in particular, it could have been amplified though. Like when a bad seed gets worse, like it's like it feels far worse than like your normal, hey, this seed could have gotten bad, eh? It could have been real rough, you know? And this seed was worse than the air quality index in Toronto this summer, eh? Chad, I can do that because I'm from the area. It's fine. It's 100% legal. Thank you for indulging us. You're welcome. Andy finishing off this cold stare fight. No! Dude! Oh, I just want to give him a hug. Oh my god, dude. I just want to give him a hug, dude. He's having such a rough scene. God, he's now in the cold stare fight. Full health. Dude, I thought he had him with that last hammer hit too. I think he was thinking that too. I think he was like, yeah, I'm good on the count. That's so rough. And now Kaede's back in the lead. Even with the light bulb moment, he's back in it. The space jumps here. It just suddenly gives you movement items. This really is the country kitchen buffet of dungeons. God. That's so rough for Andy though. He's not out of it yet, guys. We still have a little bit of seed left to play. But for Kaede, he just has to climb GT. Just has to do Mother Brain at this point. This is gonna be real close. This is gonna be real close. But you've had the swing. This is where Andy, like, this is kind of the length of where Andy would be versus Kaede at this point, right? It's okay, guys. The plot armor will not fail. If Andy at this point comes back due to plot armor, I think he might get the 2-pack from Costco. You know, you might get 2. So he looks to be about it's like the full ice dip, right? Plus the climb up here. So I want to say he's about 2 and change away. That's quite a lot to climb back from at this point, but it's not impossible. There's a lot that can go wrong here. This is still a very, very close race. Andy, oh, I was gonna say Andy's back to heart beeps again, but he does finish off the fight. Kaede's opening up GT. Okay, so you have the clown option to check out Room of Hope. Do you do it? Kaede's doing it. Let's go. If you pull temper here, you feel like a god. You feel like a temper's here. Oh my god, dude. If Andy doesn't pull that now, he's like, yeah. Dude. I've seen runners do it. I've seen runners do it, guys. It's 100% an option. You leverage that as risk, and you're like, there's a good chance I'm not getting something I like. You know, you could always get like high jump too, but like tempered here is so sick. With silvers, it doesn't save that much time, but it could be the difference of a Ganon cycle if the patterns aren't great. So on Andy's side, it's not horrible as long as Ganon plays ball. That being said, like the first cycle is basically guaranteed 0 cycle for Kaede. Andy can get it in 1 with proper patterning. He can get it in 1 as well for 2 with proper patterning. But then he'd basically be at the whim of like RNG at Ganon. Tempered also helps a bunch of Gauntlet. It really does too. Yes, it does speed up through Gauntlet as well. It's not like critical, but it does help you out. And he's just gonna straight climb. You still can find a sword up on the climb here. It can still happen, guys. Okay, guys, if Andy finds a tempered up on here, now he's getting the plot armor, right? Win or lose, he'll get it. We'll find a way, guys. So close. So we have Gauntlet completed now for Kaede. Going in through now the second part of the climb with the torch puzzles. Andy just entering in Gauntlet now. Kaede having a little bit of problems with the torches. Should be okay here with lamp only. Gets through the door. Okay. Andy already through into Gauntlet 3. Nice little twitch bonk there from Kaede. Kaede, of course, not checking any more chests. Like, nah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. This is, again, this is where, like, not having tempered is a good call out. Brinstar level 1 keycard. Let's go, guys. We're going in. Silver Lamos, perfect for Andy. Bopped almost went into the pit for Kaede. Having a little bit of issues with that spin. Should be able to get it here. Gets it. God, both runners got to be thinking, like, why are they not done yet? With that hammer where it was, crazy. Kaede moments away from entering in Agatsu. Andy is still going through Gauntlet. Audio switch time. This is an actual cat jam. Andy, checking out these two chests. Missiles. Oh my god! No way! No way! What is this shit? He can't keep getting away with this! Copy? Case reference. I feel like this seed has had it all, guys. If you haven't enjoyed this race, I don't know, maybe this isn't your thing. Maybe this just isn't your thing. This has been one of the most fun races I've ever seen. Kaede into a very quick phase 3 into phase 4 now. Gets a double here. Does not have Fire Rod. Is going to elect to do Torch Glitch here. It works with Lamp, honestly. Is going to miss on the silver here. It's going to give Andy some time back. Flaming Bat. It's okay. Is going to miss out on the second arrow because of the torch timing. So little slop, but honestly, you don't have Fire Rod. It's tough, man. It's easy to kind of mess up that phase 4. The important thing is gets through that fight. Andy getting the spin here on the Trident. Should be able to get a flawless 1-1 here. Yep. He's on 4 hearts. He's got to be careful. Do not kiss Ganon. Fire Bats should not kill. He should be able to take 1 hit here with Fire Bats. Kaede going into SM now. Am I crazy, or did Andy make up ton of time on Gauntlet? I want to say he made up about 1.5 minutes, yes. Thank God for non-seated teleports. Let's go. Oh, it's coming back though, the 50-50. Aga 2, yes, was the big one. Gauntlet, like, Andy kind of lost. Like, I don't want to say lost time, but it wasn't, like, ideal either. He should be able to get a double here. In a much cleaner phase 4. So he's, like, we're going to have probably M1 to M2 when Andy gets into SM here. There's no possibility for baby skip. It's going to come down to, like, MB in the remaining execution. This is close, guys. This is close. God, I'm having a little bit of issues here with the first Metroid. Oh. There we go. There we go. M1 done. And he's on his heels. Is SM in go mode? Yeah. Yes, SM's been in go mode for a while, actually. All right. Okay. Kaede looking a little slow here, but it's like not major. It's not like major spaghetti. This one's like the gimme. It's the group. This is the group. Has to use power bombs here. This is not a gimme anymore. Now has to go through this power bomb cycle. It's gonna give Andy time back here. Andy getting down the elevator as we're entering into the beefy boys. And we're gonna be at baby by the time Andy hits M1 here. This is real close. Real close. And he flipping a little bit on that second Metroid in M3. He actually he supered the Metroid before his beam can hit it. It was unfortunate. Using fast strats here in room 4. Let's go. Why is baby skip not possible? They don't have high jump to get the proper oscillation of the baby Metroid. If that sounds like too much nerd talk, because it is. Basically, you just don't have the height to be able to position Mother Brain possibly to allow you to skip it. I think they can still do the spring ball skip, that like really dank tech that was found, but I don't think either runner knows it. So one thing Andy could do here, but it's incredibly like hazardous, is he could do a CF at Mother Brain. But it's like it's 100% a one-hit KO. You do not want to do it. Kaede getting the Zebo skip. Or the Zeb skip, sorry. Perfect. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for it. Jesus, dude. I was like, there's no way you got that in the bag, brother. I guess they do have reserves. He probably could have, actually. He could have used reserves and then transferred over. So keep in mind, these guys do not have Varia, so they have to maintain basically 7 tanks of energy. And I think at what they're at, they should be able to get to a baby or a stand-up, but the math is iffy. I'm pretty sure it's 7 tanks, plus they just have to like face tank like crazy. Yeah, Kaede is already at phase 3. Andy going for the speed sub skip. He has screw attack on. He has to turn it off right now. This is gonna be really tricky in this spot. Still gets it. Oh, he's just There we go. I was going to say he's having a little bit of trouble with the sub skip. He didn't skip leg day. That's the problem. He's too thick through that like pane of glass, but he made it through. Kaede, you're gonna elect not to go through stand up here. That was actually very, very, very scary. Sorry, it is gonna go through stand up. It was scary to use the mines like that. Because I'm pretty sure MB could have rainbow beamed at any moment. That was real spooky. Anything up the D boost now? The damage boost? Knows it's 7 tanks. Can stand up here, take one more hit. There we go, he's good. So both runners are going to go for stand up here. They do both have x-rays, so they can get out of stand up issues if they have them. Kaede entering in MB3. Andy is about to enter in MB3 as well. Just has to wait for the rest of the stand-up. Stand-up was not great for Kaede. Had about 6 or 7 beams there. Andy is getting some misses in too. Kaede on the escape. This is where the nerves happen, guys. This is where the nerves happen. And he's still going through that stand-up. Does not have color change on Mother yet. Still does not have it. Wow. There we go. Just got the color change there. You can get about one more beam. He's going to hold it. Again, just not a great Mother. Just not a good stand-up there. That's okay. But yeah, Kaede having a little bit of issues escaping here. Oh, is this the spaghetti? Gets through. Alright, Kaede starting the wall jumps up. Andy is getting through escape room 1. Is going to be in escape room 2 momentarily. Kaede at the climb now. Up spark, good. These final few rooms are going to be so nerve-wracking, guys. Oh, God. Kaede doing a great job. Oh, these are... Oh, I was going to say, it was really great until that last platform. All right, guys. And with that... Kaede is going to finish first, guys, with a 249.55. What a game, guys. Good game to both our runners today. Great game by Kaede to pull it out and finish off strong in first. Andy not too far behind. He's going to finish with a 250.27. Crazy. So like a 30-second diff. Crazy, guys. Crazy. If he hadn't gone ice. Honestly, with the time differential of this, guys, there's so many things that could have went wrong. Or you could have done differently. It's like 30 seconds. It's like an afterthought. You can just pick on everything at that point, right? So I feel like at 30 seconds difference, you're just like, eh. Just kind of smile and you're like, you know what? This is a close one.
Hello?
Hi. I don't want to pick on the cold stare death.
Dude, I died all over the place.
I know. It was a rough sea for you there. Like, from that aspect. Hold on, I'm going to pull Kaede in as well. Kaede is now in with us as well.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello. GG's.
First off, first question.
This
Okay,
isn't.
very
Yeah,
important.
tell me.
Is it Kaede or is it Kaede?
It's Kaede.
Kaede? Perfect. Okay, so chat
I mean,
was good. Chat, thank
I
you.
don't mind the pronunciation, but I'm Spanish, so I say it like the same way if I'm talking Spanish.
Gotcha.
And in Spanish it's Kaede, just
Yeah.
like that.
Gotcha, good stuff. Yeah, chat was educating me. They're like, yeah, it's like you're pronouncing it all wrong. I was like, okay, so we did like a bit of a correction.
That's fine,
like
don't
in the early
worry.
stream. This is all good. But yeah, the C was clown meter was probably a 9 out of 10 at the end there. It's pretty crazy. I loved seeing that Specky was an option, like for both you guys doing it pretty much around the same time. And honestly, you guys were pretty much on top of each other for the same time. Obviously, you had like splitting paths at points, but then you just like ended up at the same place at the same time. And then like you guys were in ice at like the same time. And then yeah, just a little bit of a hiccup there from Andy. And then you also had a hiccup too, but it was the one where you're like going to TR and then you're like, oh shit, I can go to ice.
Yeah. I don't know. At least I got the sword in Hope Room.
Yeah.
That's really dumb.
Yeah, so that's the other clown thing I want to talk about. Andy, by the way, congratulations on your Flutter for Play the Game trophy for that tempered sword on the climb.
Are you serious? There was one?
Yep, that's
Oh
where
my
I got
God.
So
my time.
Kaede got one in the Room of Hope, Andy, and then you got one on the climb.
God.
My God. I was laughing so hard when I
Oh,
went
like,
to
we
Hope Room
we
and I
went
found it.
nuts. We went nuts. There's no way there's one on climb too, right? And then Andy pulled it, and I'm like, oh my Christ. Yeah, this was like nuts, man. Like everything you could have done, you both you guys tried to get to X-ray, and then you both couldn't, and then we're like, Hammer's got to be there, right? At this point, and then luckily it bailed both your asses out with the hair
Dude,
basement, right?
when I checked Ether tablet, I hit the duck and I was like, oh shit, I have hair basement. And then the duck grabbed me and I was like, well, I'm already down the mountain again. Might as well just go to Ice Pal's big chest, I guess.
Yeah, because that's.
And then I ended up just going back to Hera anyways.
Yeah. That's what I thought, because I was like, yeah, you can just chain in Ether with Hera's basement. And then you didn't. I was like, oh, okay, well, we're doing this now, I guess. But yeah, like the double hammerless ice dip, I don't think I've ever seen. Like, it's just that kind of seed, though, right? Like, it could have been anywhere at that point. And it was like, the chain that you had to go through was pretty clown at the end, though, with all those big keys leading to nothing. I was like, that's got to be the clown chain, right? And it was. Oh, God.
But yeah,
Maybe for me it was the play of going ice because of the big chest.
Yeah.
And I had the rest of the checks too, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to Thieves Town thinking that it may pay out somehow, but no.
Yeah,
It didn't.
because you could have ran into like Meridia boss key, right? Like, because that could have been a pure hammerless seed at that point. Like, if that was there in Thieves, like you just finish Dre and then you're done, right?
Yeah, I was thinking something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking those 2 deaths felt real bad. The Lionel death wasn't as bad in the long run. It just sucked having to go up the mountain again. The full steer death was very stupid.
Yeah, that was the heartbreaker. Like the Lionel F was like the comedy, and then the Lionel and the cold stare death was like the shock and oh no
Dude,
kind of thing.
I could not believe that my cape was not ready to be activated.
That was so funny.
And I just like walked into the Lionel. Like I was mashing the Y button, and I was like, "Bro, how did this not turn on?"
I've had it happen in Spike Cave
man.
a couple of times where it's like, there's no way, dude. Like it just, it's that item. I've died in Ganon because of the cape. Like it's so dumb. It's literally the stupidest item in the game.
And I liked how my morph wasn't even in logic until one check for my go mode.
Correct.
Which was really funny, but
that's just crazy how everything worked out, right? Because to a good point, like, yeah, oh yeah, Morph's now in logic with that big key.
Yeah.
What was my plot armor this week, Solski?
Was getting the tempered sword on climb, because Kaede got it in Room of Hope, and I was like he's ahead, so it can't be plot armor, right? And then you got the the tempered sword on climb.
God.
Like I just kind of paused. I was like, I kind of freaked out and then paused, and just like the pause was because I was adding the armor.
God. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that last cold stare puff had like 1 slash left, and I poked instead, and then took damage and died. So
yeah,
that was a big feels bad.
Because you look good on number of hits, and I was like puzzled why it wasn't dead, and then you kind of went into you, and I was like, oh shit, because I thought you had him right, and then yeah, so you're right, it probably was a poke, and it was like, well, that kind of sucks, right? Yeah, it's unfortunate, but again, like from our perspective, it was a pretty fun seed. Like this is probably one of the most fun races I've watched in a very long time. Like it was super close pretty much all race. Like again, you guys were doing like different stuff, but then you kind of split off and then come back together, and it happened like 4 or 5 times, but it was like you guys were like super close to each other all seed. Both hilariously had that hammer go mode, and then again we're both in like ice at the same time, GT at the same time. You just kind of had that divergent switch, you know, when you had the death, right? So that's pretty much what happened. It feels bad, but you know, they happen. It's all good.
At least I'm glad I didn't get destroyed. I was expecting to fall behind all the seed. Because Andy is really good compared to my level of game, both games. So
I mean, like from my perspective, at least, you play pretty great, right? Like again, you like hung in there. You're pretty much matching Andy step for step, right?
yeah, maybe the X-ray check was the only thing I'm a little bit upset with, because I did practice that a little bit, but
yeah,
I didn't manage to pull it off this time.
So I did pull up the log, guys, and yeah, it's in logic with spring ball only, which I knew, but it's in logic with only 5 E-tanks as well, which is super gross.
Yeah, I did realize that the past week, I think, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
On the co-op tournament. We had a fire rod on X-ray that was doing bottleneck there through the rest of the seed, so I didn't know that existed until 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, it's a good tournament for it, right? Because you never know, like every check, it could come up, right? Like it almost came up here. It's crazy, right? Yeah, guys, again, thanks for racing. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun with the tournament and everything like that. Is there any like final thoughts, guys, or pretty much good? You're like, yeah, I'm ready for the beer now, right?
Yup.
Yeah, you're just coming off a long stream too, right? So
I want to thank Andy for for changing the schedule a little bit because we were talking about playing earlier today, but I had another scheduled match. So
Gotcha.
thank you about that. And thanks for the game and the restream, by the way.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, thanks for restreaming.
Yeah, cheers. Andy, everyone was asking like where you got your second plot armor from, and I kept it a secret. So
I don't even remember
hopefully
where
it's.
I got my plot armors.
I'll do a recap for you. Don't worry.
There's still brackets left, so I'm
Alright,
still
guys.
believing on that plot armor.
Yeah,
Alright, guys.
GG's again.
Yep.
Kaede.
Thank you, Sandy.
Alright, guys. That's gonna do it for us here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That was a lot of fun. Again, it was probably one of my favorite races. I don't know if it's been ever, but this is like one of the best races I've cast. Really close, especially in SMZ3 and kind of like in this mode. Just a treat. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm pretty much gonna be done for the night. I think I'm just gonna kind of go out and relax now. Just have a good old dinner. a little hungry, you know what I mean? See the wife and kid and everything like that, and just relax. So yeah, have a great night, guys. I'm probably gonna cast a match tomorrow in the PM. I just saw that Alu and Hitaka have rescheduled for Saturday night, so I'll probably try and pick up their match instead of podcast it. So probably do that. Other than that, guys, have a good one, and I will see you guys later. Let's go find a host and raid. Let's go raid Nilsson. He's restreaming right now, guys. He's casting as well. He's doing some cross keys cast for Relkin versus, let's just see here. It's gonna be Relkin versus Telthar. Yeah, perfect for cross keys, guys. Go check him out and have a great day, guys. Catch you tomorrow. That's about it. GG's. Have a good one. See you later, guys.